of water. I already forgot. I was like, what do you do? Oh, that's right.
Alright, boys and girls, welcome to, as the song says, Dragons in the Dining Room.
Whoa!
Welcome to our table.
Patrick's like, okay.
We got people in here saying hi before we even hit the play button.
Ooh, you're
Cider
gonna have
Piglet,
to
welcome.
Close the blinds
Seekazilla,
behind
thank you for the love.
Oh yeah, it is like a gateway to
Loxy and
astral plane.
Wolf for sitting at the table.
Well, I mean, it does fit. For
Jaded, welcome.
Ayo.
Speedy, how you doing today, buddy?
Hey, Speedy.
Oh,
Axel, good to see you again.
I'm a bad person.
Some days
What?
you are.
No, I just realized, like, I'm more excited to see people in chat than I am the majority of people I am to see in person. And that realization.
Well.
I'm not saying you guys. I'm saying, like, other people.
Alright, so you heard it here first. She likes you guys better than she likes me.
I wasn't that specific, but I mean,
If the shoe fits.
Durgans in the Durning
Durgan's in the dining room.
Durning out of mana.
In the spare room.
I'm
Miss
just,
Lucy. From
We are
the
all
city
happy to
of-
see you, Jaden.
I'm just used to I'm used to OOM meaning out of mana.
Yes, we are all
I'm not.
I'm
I've been oomed. Wait.
Well,
no.
no.
I've been
Unoomed.
You've been
Yeah.
unoomed.
You're FOM, full of mana.
You're foom.
You're foom.
No, that's
Or
just
I'm like
palm.
palm.
Foom feels
Yeah.
a little too accurate some days. Is it foom or foam? Neither.
Can you hear us, Mr. Hakuba?
I can't hear him.
I can't hear him at all.
Alright, I can't hear you though. Oh wait, I think I might know why. Give
Have
me
you
one
tried turning
second.
it off again?
Give me a second.
I'm not out of mana. I have been oomed.
Buenos Tres?
Hey!
There we
Hey
go.
guys!
Success.
I was wondering why no one responded.
These chips are too damn good.
Alright, let's try that now.
I know.
They'll be doomed.
Doom.
Yay, we can hear you.
Doom.
Yay!
It's the short sword of doom.
Alright, so, welcome to Adventures of
So-
Loromir. We have...
Ow. Wow.
Be
I'm
nice,
good.
be nice to yourself, dude.
What did you do?
Did you do it? Did
It
you
probably hurt your chair, the metal chair more than my foot.
So wait, so you hit your foot on your backpack chair?
Backpack.
Damn you, backpack chair!
Alright, so there are going to be real life injuries.
This.
We've
this is
already
gonna be
lost
the
my
night
Vara.
tonight.
My wife is
I
tired
already
because she was
hurt
up till midnight playing games over at the
Oh,
Lynching Hour.
it was way past midnight.
I'm not
I
kidding,
got
by the way.
okay after that.
12:30ish, somewhere in there.
It is
The best
backpack
part
chair.
of the night was when Esme rolled to trip me, like for like the 8th time, and
Yep.
I looked back and went, "Thank you, may I have another?" And everyone was like, "Grr, I didn't get tripped no more."
So yes, for those of you who are unaware, the Lynching Hour had a ladies' night only last night. 6 of the ladies in streaming land out there, and all joined together for a murder mystery Cthulhu-style game. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really well played.
It was interesting. That's the word we're choosing, is interesting, because we didn't have any overlaps. We were all from different streams.
Correct.
Was it like a World of Darkness module or something?
I'm not exactly sure which module he used.
He did a custom, so
Okay.
everything was 2d6, and we had 3 stats. So he borrowed from a couple different systems, but he put it together in such a way that it worked really well.
Okay.
So shout out, thank you, Lich. It was amazing. I just need more sleep before I do something like that again, and much more water.
Prior to that, I was hanging out with Turkey. He's doing some world building for season 6.
Ooh.
You'll notice that there are influences from Dragons in the Dining Room there.
We have influences.
We do. They have
You poor souls.
they have cards. They have cards that can get pulled in the middle of their game that have random effects, much like a deck of many things. And there are a couple of them that are influenced by yours truly. One of them, my favorite thus far, is a call out to everybody who plays the Horny Bard. It's called Daddy Issues. Randomly out of nowhere, a child.
me.
A child appears requesting money to pay for back child support.
That's
I feel
great.
like that's more of a never mind.
Oh, it is very much a dig at our current system, but there are other things that I tossed in there, and there is actually a secret something influenced by Dragons in the Dining Room that may be showing up sometime during Season 6. I can't go into too much detail, but if it happens, I'm not sorry.
I have to say though, I agree with Krabby or with Axel.
Yeah?
Daddy Issues is more like a
warlock.
warlock thing than a bard thing.
Prior to 5th edition, I would say it was a bard thing, but
I
yes.
say it's 50-50 because
In 5th edition, we can say, we can toss it at both.
50-50.
Thank you for catching that. Thank you.
So,
Proud of you.
those are the two things that happened yesterday. Later today, who do we have after we stream here? We got Riching Hour, I think, is doing something again.
Yes.
And then tomorrow, we've got the Grouch Couch, who does their Drunks and Dragons right about the same time we end our Patreon one-shot tomorrow.
Which Axel's very much looking forward to.
Yes, our resident Axel is very, very curious about what's behind Vault Door number 1.
I don't always enjoy watching D&D games I'm not a part of. Like, it's fun, but I don't really get, super invested. But this Patreon game has me, feeling for the players, and I'm bummed it's already half over. Because between the fireballs and Twiz and his, little robot voice, I
love the fact that he's doing Betamax for his voice.
I just want to pet him.
And I mean, of course, you've got Axel, who decided, I'm going to help the party, and then sucked them into a black hole. That was amazing.
How?
It happens.
You guys have to watch and see.
It happens. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. And then, unfortunately, a little late for this one, but Friday mornings and Friday afternoons, Joe Dirt, he does some one-shot D&D stuff. One of them actually involves Turkey from the Grouch Couch, so he gets to play and do something unique that way. And last but not least, we have our Spooky Sprinkles, who finally got herself a job after a drought for quite some time. So her schedule is kind of all over the place right now, but she's still doing her stream stuff. Keep an eye out on it if you want to see some really fun artwork with patches and paintings and stuff.
Sweet.
Wait, what?
Axel talking about sucking the
They-
lyric into the.
Punctuation saves lives. So yeah, lots of fun stuff there. I said what I said. Thank you, Axel. Thank you. I suppose the only other thing to mention here, if you guys haven't already
Other than Axel, I'd yell at.
If you guys haven't already checked it out, we do actually have a sponsor. We just got sponsored a handful of weeks back now. Legendcraft.ca. They make some amazing gaming tables. So if you get a chance to check them out, please do. So, with that being said, when we left off in Loromir the last time we played, we had some highlights. Mirren started to learn some neat things about becoming a god. He found out that he could turn into a werewolf
Yay!
at will
Yay!
for a certain amount of time.
5.
And he
No, just 5.
just 5. We're not sure if it's 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 5 hours. It's just 5. He also is working on the last touches to what it means to be a god and how he's going to approach that. The rest of the party traveling with him, they're all like, we need to go somewhere and do something. Where Karana went, ooh, I have a new spell. I want to try it. Only to realize that there were no trees in the area large enough to accommodate the spell.
But once we find one,
Game over.
Yes, Mirren is a werewolf. So they started traveling south because
we're 11. So yes.
everybody's level 11 now because major XP boost.
Yeah.
I am opening a business too, so. Mirren is. Mirren's working on the.
He's got that blacksmith
Oh,
thing
yeah.
back in some month. Wait a second.
Yes! You took it from me, Axel!
Alright, so the puns are very real
No,
today.
I don't.
I
think
have
so.
0, you guys.
Speedy, there's a werewolf game coming out. I am not aware of this. You need to let me
I've
know
been
more.
talking about it like for the last month.
He's
On your
Kaz.
stream?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't been able to listen to your stream.
that sucks.
I can sit there and work, but
I
I'm,
do.
Patrick, that's
I
not on.
I do pop in. I even throw bits.
but I'm,
I will.
I'm working.
I will give you a little bit of.
Yeah, I would
info.
like some more information because
You know, Vampire the Masquerade. It's
I
that
was going
type
to
of
say White
style.
Wolf Games had a werewolf
Maybe
for a
we'll
while.
compare it to that to like pull me in.
It's actually. Have you ever heard of Vampire the
Alright,
Masquerade?
I want to look
Yeah.
into that later, Speedy. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And
Maybe it's just
Mirren,
Well,
people
the
that I've
apocalypse.
seen played
Rep,
that suck.
I will
fun.
probably check out some of your VODs and see if I can get more information there too.
I'll give you the information.
So, yes, you guys started traveling south because it looks to be a forest in that general direction. On your way, traveling through the snow that was falling, you guys ran into some travelers. These travelers happen to be entertainers
Of
who
both
spoke
time
to
and
you,
space.
who spoke to you at length about their traveling and the fact that they did not want to go to Linval because undead people are creepy,
They are.
and gave Nivara a bunch more information for her map.
Yes.
The northwest quadrant is starting to fill out with information. You have
That's
the
pretty much all we had to do.
That's fine. Honestly,
Let's
that's,
I mean-
have Zombie Nivara pull out her map.
that's honestly that's fine.
it's not a very well detailed drawing, but it's also done in pencil so that it's not permanent.
What?
As you guys
Chicken
finally
butt.
made your way further south with your traveling companions, you learned about the city of
Quite right.
Wolfpine. Heard about the fact that these were people that raised and reared wolves. You are
So-
dying over there. Say it.
Are you okay? You sound like
You sound like Dozer right now.
You are trying so hard.
I can't because I'm a bad person, and the little voice is screaming, "Shut fuck up, Gans!" And I'm like,
Are you even watching?
no.
Like on break.
It's a friendship ruiner. Keep
Oh.
going.
No, I'm sure it has to do with how much I actually don't do in game.
And prior to wrapping up the session,
It was a company.
you all noticed something that brought ice into your veins. As in front of you, Wolfpine, in its glorious expanse, and all of the gnomes that live there.
Only you could rule the paradise.
I'm just gonna
Yep.
look over at Mirren and go, "Don't you wish we went to the dwarf city now?"
Yes.
The one
We
you
could
didn't, the
still.
one you didn't know about until you met the travelers.
Well, yeah, but we had the option to either go to the dwarf city or the gnome city.
That we didn't know was gnomes. It was cool.
Seeing the look on Mira's face, I'm just gonna start laughing.
Oh, just bland.
Like 10 minutes before we get there, it's like, oh my god, they raise wolves there. That's awesome. We get there.
Like,
Oh.
It's like when you eat the last bite of something in front of your dog, and they're like, "Yeah," and you're like,
and then
They're
I
like,
give it to the cat.
No.
That was literally Mirren's reaction. They raise wolves there. Yeah? Yeah. And they're dire wolves. Yeah? And they're not
Yeah.
that far from us.
Yeah.
And it's full of gnomes.
No.
Thank you for the
Yay,
research, Seekers of Love.
"Thank you."
And thank you very much for that gift. So,
My
you
arm
are
is
standing roughly a mile away from the gates of Wolfpine. Your traveling companions have continued to walk forward toward the gate. Mirren stopped dead in his tracks.
"Mirren, quick! I'll revive you!" And I begin chest compressions as he just stops dead in his tracks.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That was good.
what are you all doing with this new revelation?
It had to be gnomes.
They will, but they
Why
make
is
up
it always
decide
gnomes?
and keep walking forward.
I've only met a few gnomes, but we had to ban some wandering gnomes from our entering the city. We sent them provisions, but we had a scout come back without a hand after meeting some.
Were they a brother and sister?
Let me guess. I can guess their names.
Well, there's many gnomes in the world, but go ahead.
Tick and Tack.
You do. They're not friends of yours, are they?
That's the furthest descriptor from anything.
Okay, because they harmed a lot of people. I mean, I think they meant well, but
They
should
did
probably
mean
just
well.
be killed for the good of all.
Well, I don't know about that, but
I do.
maybe banished to a different plane where they can't cause any problems.
Well, they would still manage to figure out how to mess everything up over here.
Patrick, just send him to Strahd.
But yeah.
Strahd would
We're
not
over
stand a chance against Dick and Tack.
I know.
Like, that's how that campaign would end.
I know.
So, I
Strahd would be like,
suppose we're-
eternal death is better than this.
He'd go up to the party that we play and just be like, just kill me, please. I want nothing to do with those
This
guys.
is where my coffin's located. This is how you dispose of my remains. Checkmate.
You guys win, I give up.
So Karana continues forward toward the city.
Yep.
I will
I guess let's just get this over with.
stay in step with Murin.
As you guys approach,
It's the sad little, like, the sad swish of a tail. It's like,
as you approach,
Yeah.
there is a scent in the air that kind of perks your ears a little bit. As you do
cooked gnome.
catch,
Love you.
you do catch the scent of wolves coming closer. About
We should all be, if they're big, we should all be able to see them.
I'm going to speak.
not with all the trees around.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to speak to Murin in Orc.
In the best language there is.
Yeah.
Have you done this before?
Yeah.
You
know,
have?
speak Orc.
I don't
remember that ever
recall you
happening.
ever.
That was the original language that I did the ballad in.
Was it?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah,
I
that's
think,
right,
yeah, you're
for
right.
the mosh pit.
Oh, yeah, okay,
That's
yes.
why I'm going to speak to Murin in Orc. Wait a second. They tame wolves. What if you convince the wolves that you're their god?
So you guys hear Vistra, like, in grunting language. And then I just like, I respond in Orcish. I don't know. I mean, that might be fun, but I'm afraid they would attack me. Not that that would probably last. But.
Whatever you're planning, don't. They're gnomes.
I just had a thought. Murin, could you teach me to speak Orcish? I'm sure it's not all that different from.
Be right back.
I mean,
Okay.
I could try.
How do you say hello in Orc?
Ooh.
Ooh. Like that?
No,
No,
it's
that
more
means-
it's more at the back of the throat.
Yeah,
like,
you go. Ugh.
Ugh.
There you go. And then Vi is.
I'm sorry again.
Armor.
Rum.
Get over
No, it's armor.
Armor.
Yeah.
I need a piece of notebook paper so I can write this down.
People pay by the hour for those noises.
Even more if you do my makeup.
Oh my god.
I want to get a hold of Khrushchev Yovev on the
Longer cows. Now it's your turn.
Armor.
Alright, roll me percentile, please.
I'm so proud of my 86. I'm proud of my new
86.
skills.
Fantastic. So, as you come across this, Vistra and
Yeah.
Murin can hear you saying this. Khrushchev Yovev can hear you saying this. And you actually do fantastic at saying hello. But you piped up and went to say hello, goodbye, because those are the only two words you know. However, goodbye came out kind of wrong. And as you said hello, you went, good Kate. which you hear back, you can see me?
I get real close. I'm whispering, I'm like sensual. I'm like, we're always watching.
Oh God!
Mirren's a god now, and he's teaching me to speak Orc.
Where are you watching from? You
Stop
are
looking
on-
around, you dummy.
Oh, sorry.
You guys are so Big Brother is watching.
No, we're not really watching it. We're playing jokes, having fun, having a hoo-ha-ha.
Oh. Thank you for a compliment.
You're welcome. How do you say you're welcome in Orc?
I'm out of creative ideas for grunts.
Yeah.
And Uner.
Hey, Ura.
Roll percentile.
Oh no! What?
9!
Like sources.
And apparently he doesn't know how to speak Orc.
You go to say you're welcome,
Ura.
and it comes out Yuletide. What? No, too early. Another month and a half.
She's learning. It's her first 10 minutes speaking the language.
I'm so excited.
And while this is going on, you hear some noises from around you in the woods. The heavy plodding of many footsteps.
It's a weird, like, alien
And
current.
from the forest around you, you watch as 4 large wolves, not dire wolves, large wolves.
Like category size large?
No.
Okay.
But in comparison to normal wolves that you're seeing, these are a bit bigger.
These
Okay.
are thick, chunky wolves.
Thick chunks.
Thick chunk.
Thick chunks.
Chunky boys.
And on
Wait,
their
thick with 3 C's?
4.
2.
Whoa.
Oh.
Whoa! They're 40 gallon.
That's right, they're 40-gallon wolves.
Oh God!
They're wolves that have done their squats.
They didn't skip leg day.
I skipped leg day today.
And as
But it was
they
great.
start to appear
Gosh.
from around the trees and all that, you notice riding on their backs are gnomes. These gnomes are dressed in what looks to be some sort of battle gear,
Oh, so cute.
and each of them has 3 different items at their disposal. You see a spear, a sword, and a bow with quiver. The quiver sits on the side like a saddle, on the side of their saddle. The spear is harnessed to the side. The sword and bow are easily accessible as well. They all approach about you, and one of them rides up a few feet closer. They're only about 10 feet away from you when they stop. The one slowly approaches. What y'all doing here?
We're really just passing by,
Oh?
and they should see my distinguishing features.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, we're looking just to rest for a day or two. We've never been here and decided it was and heard some very interesting things and thought to see it for ourselves.
I'm guessing it was from these guys?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
travelers.
Well, they've been here enough. They like to tell some tall tales. But they're good people.
Oh, that's the bottom one of the chair legs that fell off.
Oh, so stuck to the carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that.
For a minute I thought you were pulling my leg and I'm like, nah, he wouldn't do that. Because I didn't see anything for a bit.
No, my foot ran into something. I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel right.
There's
Well, because it was like soft. I was
something
wondering
that
if it was maybe like.
a mouse.
I house train my pets.
I know. Just making sure.
Well,
if
I
you're
try.
traveling with them, then you guys can't be all that bad.
That's awesome.
No, we're all that pretty good.
You say you're here for looking rest? Well,
Rest would be nice.
wonderful. You do have coin, do you?
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Wonderful. We don't really take too kindly to freeload this here.
Neither do we.
No one's freeloading here. We're
Follow along. We'll get you settled up.
okay.
And you watch as the 4 wolves start trotting off in front of you. You finish the half-mile walk behind them, and you see 2 large gates open. Now,
Oh, so we weren't even in town yet.
nope, you were half mile from town.
Okay.
The town proper, like it could be the outskirts.
Right. And
That
you
makes
watch
sense.
as another set of gates. You watch as a set of gates opens up, and these are large gates.
Large to them or large to us?
Large gnome gates like normal.
That is a good
That is a
question.
fantastic question. These are large in human standards.
Wow.
Oh, so they're gargantuan.
They're affluent. Impressive.
And as the gates open up, you see in front of you this sprawling town of gnomes.
Is
Quite
it-
a number of them, and many of their buildings are 2 to 3 stories tall, which is how you can see some of them towering up over the walls from the distance.
Tall tales.
There are a handful of buildings that are built to accommodate humans and the larger folk.
Okay, obviously this was a human town that the gnomes brutally took over.
Oh heck no! We built this. We happen to be in the middle of a forest where people tend to get lost, so we've built places.
What? What'd you
They're
say?
Norwegian gnomes.
Do they have gardens?
We just know that people tend to get lost, so we give them places to bed until we can get them in the right direction. We guide lots of people.
Do you have any big trees? Like really big trees? Like really big trees?
For your size, oh, there's 1 or 2, yes.
Like super big tree? Biggest tree you know of?
The reason we need a large tree
Oh, there
is
you go.
because I have a druidic spell that will allow us to travel great distances if the tree is wide enough to accommodate our horses.
We know what you're talking about. So, do you plan on, where do you plan on headed?
Back to Tarmond.
All the way on the east side.
Well, there's no way you'll reach there with that spell.
It should reach.
I was read the spell.
It says across the continent.
No, it does not.
Okay.
Everyone
I
reaches
didn't say
for a
it
PHP.
Okay, then I
Except for
misunderstood.
something.
I apologize. At least it'll get us somewhat closer, though.
What's the name of that spell though?
Tree walk or tree stride
Yes.
because Thorn has
I'm
it.
gonna break my strat. Sorry.
Okay.
Never gonna slow
Then
down.
it's entirely possible I misread the description.
It has to be the exact same type of tree, and I believe it has to be within like.
There are minor
I can never
adjustments
hear
that I
the
would
word
do.
straight up and do that.
You gain the ability to enter a tree and move from inside it to another tree of the same kind
Oh.
within 500 feet.
500. Are you freaking kidding me?
No, that
I'm
is-
sorry. I've been my tongue for 2 weeks. I can't.
No.
You might have to get.
No. Transport via plants. That's why.
There we go.
That's the spell. I'm like, wait a second. No, that cannot be right. Because I know that my tree stride is
Okay.
only for battle situations. Because transport via plants is a 6th level spell that creates a magical link between a large or larger inanimate plant within range and another plant at any distance in the same plane
Plane
of
of
existence.
That's
Okay.
what you're looking for.
Yep.
You had given the wrong spell name, so I wanted to
I
make sure.
didn't mention a spell name?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Well, no. Well, actually, no. She didn't. When she said, "I know I can link 2 trees," she didn't say tree stride.
Yeah.
She said tree stride after the fact when we asked what spell it was.
Right. And
Okay,
that's-
so
She still mentioned it.
After the fact, the gnomes. She never said it before the gnomes said that.
Moving forward.
But no, I will amend my spell name then.
Perfect. So, we have the ability to assist you with that. But again, if you're looking for a night rest, we'll set you up in the inn.
That sounds great.
We'll set you up in the inn.
Like not on the ground of a.
I do have a question for you though.
Me?
What the heck happened?
He got smashed in the face with a couple rocks.
I don't know, Bard. Why don't you tell some tales?
See your sweetheart?
Her?
Yeah, she talked to me.
You know, the way they act.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I found your sweetheart right there. Jimmy man.
Oh, there's sweetheart. Oh,
Perfect timing.
so incognito.
Ange is bright red right now because we're talking about you. Just
Yeah.
in case you missed anything and wanted to recap.
You know, if you want to go back
There
and
you go.
watch the
No.
last Sam and
Oh.
Magic.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's
Yes.
a love letter.
Oh, yes. I've
Yes, it
seen
was
the letter.
flipped.
Wait a second. I think it's.
No!
Yes!
Wrong campaign!
All right. Yeah.
Somehow
What,
this
what,
letter
what is
has
it that
me
happens?
It's a really long story, but I have been blessed
No!
by the higher powers, and I'm currently in the. Well, before I finish that sentence, I need to know who do you pray to? Do you have gods?
Yeah, we have a few of them. Most of them are forest spirits. We ask them to keep an eye on us. Ask for protection, bounty, whatever the case may be.
Have you ever heard of one called Malar?
No, I can't say that I have.
Someone's
You
sitting
haven't?
on the couch
Can't say that I
tomorrow.
have. No.
It's an old god and it's a dead god,
Well, that's probably why we haven't
Hey,
heard them.
football.
but
Hey, football check.
and I kind of raised my arms a little bit. I got the two armatures on my wrists. I found some relics, and I'm sort of
I hate
in
you so much.
the boots of Malar. Like, I'm.
Murin has been blessed with the path to godhood and taking the spot of the old god Malar, who is dead. I am his priestess, Ilfakir.
Crazy. Why'd you want to be a god? That's like way too much responsibility.
I thought it might be
That's
cool,
a
you know.
valid point.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's valid.
It grants me some perks. I mean,
Hey, to each their own.
it's
it-
the domain of
I
shapeshifters.
just wanted to make sure there wasn't something wrong with you that we had to quarantine.
Oh,
That's
that's
why.
right, okay.
That's why I look like this. The domain of shapeshifters.
Well,
So what you're saying is you were pretending you were going to pick on me, but you're actually picking on Rep instead. I can
Oh, what
agree
did
with
I?
that.
Wait, what?
You put your.
Don't worry,
I
Jimmy
don't
man. I
remember
can
what
send
one
you
that
the
was.
clip.
Oh yeah, affluent, wealthy asparagus stinky cheese.
I don't remember what that.
Hey, Sam the mannequin.
Hey, Sam,
I
welcome.
think that was when he asked for Talia's
Yeah, tell
Yeah,
us.
I was like Talia.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, cause
it was such a gorgeous moment.
I know.
Talia.
Oh wait, that's me.
That's me.
It's me.
I have to
Talia.
laugh. I have to laugh at that
Wait.
one.
I called out an NPC's name and waited for somebody to answer me. And then I was like, oh wait, that's me.
I have to laugh because when I first started DMing, I would do that all the time because I'd list every single actor that was going on, and I just go down the list. And, yeah, and I do that. All
Well,
the
I
time.
didn't just start. I just had a dumb.
No, but that's, I mean, I've been there. Well,
Yes.
here we are, in the pine corn.
So
Is there a place for us to board our horses?
Yeah, just around the corner we have a stable.
Perfect.
you when you asked me if there was a problem to deal with, do you have to deal with problems of the deformed all the time, or what?
No, you just look kind of weird. I mean, we've seen orcs and half orcs before, but you,
Like quarter wolf, quarter orc? Yeah.
I just making sure that, you know, by the light of the moon, I didn't have to stab you with a silver stake.
Do you have a very low opinion of stuff like werewolves?
Especially when they kill things, yes.
Oh, well, what if they don't kill things?
Then I don't have to kill them.
Perfect.
Is it any way we could take a bath?
That sounds
I'll
wonderful.
say
I bet you if you go inside and ask the question, you might have some answers.
Okay, smart one.
It never fails which NPC I'm talking to. If I ask the question, I get a smart ass response. That's something that Axel pointed, or was it Axel? Someone in chat pointed that out. They're like, yeah, I've been watching all your stuff, and it doesn't matter which. I'm
Well,
curious.
that's kind of like me playing Saltmarsh. I constantly run into the humorless.
Yeah.
Like every person I talk to is always all straight
Yeah.
and like.
We should
to
start
the
a
point.
mutiny and take over.
You have a 17 for your next roll.
I knew he was going to say GDI. I knew that.
Incoming GDI.
Well, I then go inside and try and find someone a bit more hospitable.
They're gnomes.
I don't mind these gnomes.
But see, these gnomes are actually been pretty decent so
They're
far.
Norwegian gnomes. They probably have gardens, which makes them garden gnomes, and those are good people.
What? I didn't make that connection until you said that.
Wow.
Garden gnomes.
Really?
Why do you think I avoided answering her the first time
Well,
she
because
said?
like I didn't think about it, and then when she said, "Well, they have garden gnomes," I'm like, "Oh, wait, that's funny."
Wow.
No one else grew up watching David the Gnome, or did I just age myself? Thank you.
I didn't.
Just saying thank you to the oldest person in the room.
I just
Doesn't help with the whole
It's not
fight.
like I haven't seen the dinosaurs walking the earth or something. I
Do you
mean,
ever
I'm just a
consider
little
that
bit
might have been part of the
old.
reason I married him, so like I don't have to age myself and feel alone?
No,
Tell me,
you-
kids, have you
you
been to the moving pictures?
I will lick you.
I remember when the only moving pictures we had was when we were blinking really fast.
At least when my moving pictures came in, we drew them and then flipped the book.
I used to do that.
Oh,
in
yes, the new
school.
telegraph is in.
I used to do that all the time in school.
I didn't
Did
feel
you-
old until the kids asked me what a kaleidoscope was the other day, and I had to figure out how to explain it.
That makes me kind of sad.
Okay,
Well.
continue. Sorry.
Is that because of,
You watch-
of the name choice?
You watch as Ilfakir meanders in. Are you guys following behind?
I'll be
Yes.
near. Yeah,
Okay.
not getting too far.
Well, I caught. But before you all go inside, Murin's the goofy-looking one. Who's the rest of you?
Ah, that's right, names. I'm Karana,
Loromir.
but out of character, I am disguised at the moment.
I'm Nybara.
I'm Vista.
She's Thanos Vistra to you.
Thanos. I didn't know he had such royalty.
She's the Thane of Cold, yes.
Thanos.
If you want, I can talk to the mayor and see if we can get you a much better estate.
Yes.
No, it's quite alright.
No.
No,
Yes.
it is quite alright.
No, they're bickering.
I
Is the
am
king
her
of
chancellor.
Up Melandris from the city of Holwyn.
That's a mouthful.
It is.
Ilfakir. Yeah, I'm only going to remember
Appalachian
that.
Melandris.
Yeah. I don't have time to remember 27 names. Unlike my brethren who have like 36.
I am chancellor, and I speak on her behalf.
You are not!
Let's see if we can get a better estate.
Okay, Palpatine.
Roll me a
Oh
deception.
my god.
What is my skill in deception?
Oh,
It would
Good, it's a 1.
Did
21.
you seriously roll that point?
Yep.
no, wait, you had a roll
Oh,
crap.
Yeah,
that
seven,
18.
18?
Oh,
That's so good,
I
though.
still.
Can I save Krabby's roll and just use my 21? Oh, come on.
I would have let you.
Oh.
You still rolled high enough. Well, it's hard to say that you're the chancellor if everybody's saying no, including your Thanos, but she does have final say. So do you want a better estate, or do you just want to stay at the inn?
I'm good.
We're only here for a day or two. We might as well make it a good one.
We will be just fine.
Do you ever consider that maybe you should work on, negotiations with other places, Your Highness?
Well, we have one other one here. You look kind of strange there, tall boy.
Yes, I did, Axel.
My name is Hakadan Tenoraya.
Hakadan. What is it? I mean, he looks strange in just the way that he is. You look strange too, but I mean, I recognize you as a Dragonborn, but what the heck's with your skin?
It's like he's cursed.
Many days
It's rather a long story.
He angered the Thanos and she cursed him with her powerful magics.
Alright, no.
And I'm saying this with humor on my face. Like, I'm not trying to be deceptive, I'm being cute because
Yeah.
I gotta see how bad I can make the Thanos now that I've already started down that road.
Karen's gonna pop up over Mistress' head, lean her arm on the top of her head. Have you noticed that the magic's been acting wonky last few months?
I don't do much with magic. I just write my rules and make sure everybody's safe.
Does anybody around here do magic?
There's quite a few, yes.
We've been
Okay.
traveling all
This is
around the
speaking
continent.
from-
We've been noticing some weird things. We're attributing his melanin change to
His what?
that.
His
His
what?
skin color.
Yes.
Oh.
Or scale color, I suppose.
What the heck is melanin?
It's what makes your skin change color.
I thought it was the sun.
It helps you determine if you're a Jedi.
Those are midichlorian evidence.
Midichlorian evidence?
Yeah.
Now
It's
that's something you'll
midichlorians
have to,
and melanins together.
that's something you'll have to figure out on your own, Axel. Are they hippie magic or is it real magic?
Melons. Midichlorians and melanins. It's melanin.
The melons determine if you're a Jedi.
Alright, so we know who the 4 Jedi are here.
I'm one!
Oh, I get it. Not as long as it took him for Cardinal.
And my light bulb went off right
I
as
have
you
a
were
question.
saying.
Did Peaches count his melon? I love you, I'm sorry.
No, she's at least got
Baby
grapefruits. I'll take grapefruits.
She's got baby cantaloupe.
Anyway.
Wow.
We can move on because I'm
It's not
What's
just you
that
guys.
mean?
You guys are very careful.
Watermelons.
I would like to point out that we are not going to be talking about bust size all day.
You know my famous, you should reach out
She's
and
already made herself a decision.
I know
wanted
she
to
has.
get you guys.
I'm not saying I'm not going to reach out. I'm just saying we don't need to take advantage of their hospitality.
why not?
There's a pandemic going on. There's no sweet Carolines, no touching me, none of that.
Well,
No, but there are other things.
Murin, Ilfakir, Karana, Vistra, Naivara, and Hakudin. Do you say that in the back of your throat, or do you, I mean,
Can you say my name like that again?
my name is Finley.
He was that kid.
If you have anything else that you wish to do here,
That's right.
I will do my best to assist.
Thank you.
He
Much
has
appreciated.
And with that, you guys are in front of the Pinecone, and the inn awaits.
I will go see what I can
Colonel
do.
Wolf, welcome, welcome.
Hey.
Colonel Wolf dueling bandages.
I don't know how we just did
Call
that.
it macaroni.
Thanks, Axel. Thanks.
I would like to go into the pine cone and see if I can find some information about accommodations and a bath, a hot bath.
As soon as you walk in, you find yourself in a proper sized establishment for your height, with the exception of the Thanos, who could properly visit any of the gnomish facilities.
No, I'm a tall dwarf. Thank you very much.
A dwarf.
I'm sure there are tall gnomes too.
Yes, but I'm still taller.
So
I am almost 5 feet tall. Thank you very much.
as you walk in, you see sitting at one of the counters a wood elf.
Oh.
Hmm.
I head towards the counter.
Mm-hmm.
What is the diversity in this town? I mean, yeah, we know it's gnomes.
This is the first non-gnome that you've seen.
The only.
With
That
the
we know.
exception of you guys, the troubadours, and this innkeeper, it's the first non-gnome you've seen.
So what else? Male or female?
Female. Oh,
Shit.
What?
I just let you go.
Yeah,
It's
she's
a
like,
female and you're like,
Aw.
aww.
she wanted to flirt.
Well,
Is he-
I'm
the dragon
learning,
won't
like,
have her.
Sweetie, no one will have me. We've been over this.
Hey.
you know,
Hello.
there's a guy back home that you can try with. His name is Gage.
Or you have a
Sarai has a love interest.
Okay, fair. It's a bit of a creeper, but fair.
Huh?
Never remember he's a bit of a creeper.
How is he a creeper?
He's a redhead.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Hey, we're looking to see if you have any open rooms for the evening.
Yes.
Do you support guild status?
Good question.
Boar's head with the 2 chevrons.
I would, however, I think you would prefer if I supported having royalty in your party. Yes, I'm aware.
She doesn't seem to care, but she chose your. My Thanos chose your establishment over the
I would like separate rooms from all of these loony bins.
from the offered of better establishments.
She's gonna cycle up
How
to
do we know
to
this
get everything
isn't the
together.
better establishment?
Because
I
they
was
asked
aware-
us to take us there, and you said no.
I am aware that you guys are arriving, and I could hear you talking outside.
What? That's impossible.
Mirren says nothing.
What did you say?
You'll find out.
I am Anlarin. I will be your host. And he reaches back. 3 keys, 6 keys. How many rooms?
You want your own room?
I'll share with her.
Well, yeah, Corona and I will share a room.
That's not your own room, then.
It's alright.
I was joking.
Sorry, had to discipline the cat.
I think we
I'll
can
get my
afford-
own room.
I say we can afford our own rooms for the first time in like forever.
6.
Wonderful. 6 rooms. And kind of half looking over his shoulder.
His?
Her shoulder. Sorry. Goes whoop, and like swoops 6 keys down, lays them out in front.
I'll take all 6.
We should probably, if one's nicer than the others, we should let Vistra have it.
All
They're
6
all
are
the
for me.
same.
You guys
the
get your
only
own rooms.
difference is whether you get an inside room or a corner room.
And what would my Thanos prefer? Corner or inside?
About a hot bath. Where would we?
Going to curse
In
you.
your room.
It's not the
I
worst
wasn't
thing.
sure if it was extra or.
You're not paying for anything.
We're not?
You have royalty.
Sorry, did anyone else catch that? 'Cause-
I'm just gonna take a key and
I have them all.
Yep.
I'm gonna take one from you.
Yeah. Drop it. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Drop it.
I'll grab a key as well.
Thank you.
I give Haku the key.
Good, Mirren.
Thank you.
Thank you for your assistance and start heading out.
The thing that should get the rearmost room.
I agree.
Supper will be in 4 hours.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And she goes back to her witchcraft behind the desk.
Something. Some version of whatever's at the table.
Right.
She's crossed the 2 because we don't have that here.
I'm the only one not doing
Next
it.
time.
At the table.
I'll
at the
bring it
table.
next time.
Yep, that way you can first.
I-
you can
That way
trust
one
it
person-
and
I
you
am
can push it.
immediately-
I've only stabbed myself once so far. We're doing
want
good.
to, what's the situation for the bath? Like, do we need to haul our own water? Do we...
Yes, you do have to.
Or do
It
they
is.
call
It
me?
is a tub. They don't have running water. In the same sense that the major city does,
Okay.
but they do have flowing water.
Okay, what about hot water? Like,
There are cords of wood in your room.
to heat the water?
Yeah.
Perfect. Where's the flowing water?
There is a small tap that comes out of the wall over a basin in the room.
I am going to use my shape water and control water to avoid lifting the heavy pots of water.
You're water bending.
And I'm gonna do it over the fire, like in a circle, and then into the tub when it starts steaming.
Whatever.
I
Nobody can see you do
No,
it.
that's
You're
I
in your own
don't
room.
care, but like,
No,
as
that's
long as I
cool.
have these spells, you think that I really wouldn't find a way to use
Are
them?
the tubs metal?
Yes.
I cast heat metal.
Well, yeah, that's not.
Then you wait half hour and let it cool off.
Right. No, I smell what you're stuff.
I scream at the tub till it's hot. The,
know that
the
might work
reverberation from my voice should make the water part, the molecules excited.
You watch as
Let's
the
call
water.
it.
You watch as the water ripples.
And I continue doing it until it's hot.
It doesn't get hotter. It just ripples.
It might be.
I will. Well, I'm waiting for my water to cool because it's boiling. I will go on Mirren's door. Mirren.
I'm actually going to pour the water in and submerge myself, and then breathe fire underwater.
Okay.
I'm just gonna hold the buckets like a normal person. Because I can't do it like that.
Mirren, would you like your bathwater heated?
Sure.
I will do the same thing. Just open the spigot and I'll.
Thanos,
Yeah.
how are you going to warm your water?
That's a really cool trick.
She's so hot she doesn't have to. She just gets in and it's bubbling.
Okay, Fantastic Four.
We now have a hot bath. And then I'll go back to my room.
That was really cool. Thank you.
I'm just gonna haul it like a normal person.
Okay. So, you guys take some time, you bathe, you have the ability to relax and get the grime of the road off of you,
And the swamp.
the swamp, and the chill of the air around you. Even with the rings of warmth, there is still just that little bit, even if it's psychological, there is that chill that sits on you, knowing that you're wandering around in winter.
I would like to take care of my little salamander spy and Suki.
Okay?
Make sure that they're comfy and have what they need
Okay.
before I go downstairs. Yes, I need the salamander spy.
I love it.
Poor little thing in his snow.
Just let him sit on the edge of the metal tub. After it's cooled off
Oh
a
my
little
god,
bit.
salamander!
Sploots and just goes,
Right.
Hey, honey. What happened to the kobold tongue beasts?
I haven't touched it.
Did it wind up back on the shelf?
I will look. Hold on. Let me put my glasses on.
Oh, never mind.
You had to put your glasses on so he could see where it was.
You'd be surprised how often that actually works. Hey, Mom, where is... Never mind.
I was looking for it yesterday, and I don't know how, because I looked there, and I just didn't see it.
Like I said, this next week, Deep Clean It project is the game nook.
I'm like dead serious,
Yeah,
and I couldn't see it.
I know.
You don't need that.
Yeah, I do.
No.
no, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
I cursed John for giving you guys
Can
that.
I use...
John didn't do it anyways.
I have my... I do have an herbalism kit that came with my background.
Okay.
Can I use the lavender and hyacinth and rosemary to make my bathwater smell pretty?
You can do whatever you would like.
I also... Oh shoot, I bet you Mirren and the others would like some of this. And I'm just going to kind of wrap a sheet and tuck my hair up and I'll go knock on the doors. Anyone else want some bath bombs?
A what?
I will take a bath bomb.
I'll take one.
You put this in your bath water and it makes it smell better.
Sure.
And
I'll make it
Orca-
smell like wet dog, so.
He smells like wet dog and flowers. Oh.
Wow.
We're gonna need a bigger stick. I'll just make the rounds and make sure everyone who wants a bath bomb gets one.
Okay.
And then I'll go crawl back in my water. And if it gets cold, I'll just shape water out of the tub over the fire and then just keep it.
So again,
Legitimately waterbending.
As if saying after I jump in, I'm just like, it's nice.
Great.
That sounds really good.
so yes, you guys take.
Before I add it, I'm going to bathe first and then reheat water, and so it's fresh water.
Okay.
The first part of my manipulation spell is complete. I mean, I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
There is a nat 20 on the table, and
Hey,
then no nat
thank
1 on the
you.
table.
Thank you so much, Jake.
Thank you, about chick.
Thank you.
Yes.
Alright. A couple hours pass, you all have bathed, made yourselves comfortable, and your rooms are situated the way you want them to be. What would you like to do?
I would like to, since we're here under the premise of royalty, I would like to change into my fine clothes and do my hair before I go down for dinner.
And the magic burst.
Will you let me roll performance? Or we'll just say that, like, it turned out well.
If you would like. Just remember, that gives you a chance to fail.
I know. Well, how much practice do I get being pretty? Oh!
You bastard.
23.
Nice.
My one of the night.
You do yourself up and you look very similar to how you did when you had your equivalent to a quinceañera.
Okay.
Going to the beach party.
And then I will head down for dinner.
When you get downstairs,
Oh,
the only
Axel
thing
wants
that
to know if
Rose
you have.
has is her travel cloak. Like literally, she has 2 sets of clothing and they're both travel clothes. She has no fancy things.
I have no fancy things.
I'm just sitting there
Axel wants
like,
to know if you have a poofy dress.
No,
The
it's
belle of the ball.
no, it's not poofy. It's got elegant lines because she's an elf.
It's an A-line dress. I'm kidding.
I don't know what that means.
A-line dresses are honestly, in my opinion, they don't have enough to them.
Yeah, it's a little too. No, that'd be a sheath dress. Wouldn't quite.
No, that just looks like a sheet.
That's a toga.
Toga, toga.
Either way.
So you make your way downstairs, and immediately upon getting down to the commons room, you realize that you are significantly overdressed. As everybody else down there, and I'm not talking about these guys yet, everybody else down there is in some sort of work clothing.
I don't mind.
And conversation comes to almost a complete halt.
Good evening.
Wow.
I will stand around for everyone.
Child walks up to you.
Princess.
You do look really good.
Thank you. I will.
So we know that Karana came down dressed in her other traveling clothes.
Pretty much.
Her slightly less beat up traveling cloak.
I only have the one set of things I'm wearing, so if that ever breaks.
I have traveling clothes and I do have a fine set of clothes, and my traveling clothes are dirty, so I guess it's the fine clothes.
All right. So you have yourself slightly better dressed.
Yeah. I'll
About
dress in my fine clothes.
Okay.
You don't need to.
You're fine.
about
you're
the
clean.
only thing I can really
My
do
fancy
is
loincloths,
wash
don't
my
worry.
clothes and polish my horns and head down afterwards.
So
Alright.
you did a little Omega sign.
So Mirin, Karana, and Hakadin all show up looking like normal. The three of you ladies go downstairs and you are overdressed for the occasion.
That's fine.
It's my only clean
What
set
occasions
right now.
do we have?
Can I roll performance? I haven't had a chance. I don't.
Can I technically use
Gold
sleight of
light
hand
is
to
like
braid my
that.
hair?
You don't need to.
23.
Nice. That's what I got too.
But
Except
if
you
you hear
rolled-
Vistra and Piranha, does that look good? Or no?
Naivara.
I almost said Kayla. Naivara.
Different elf. This one's only half.
elf.
This one's only half elf.
I look like a human in my disguise. So.
The only character that you've played that isn't some sort of elf, well, aside from Blue Wind now, is Anakin.
Mirren,
Listening.
I don't suppose you'd be up for a. It seems like we're safe enough tonight. Would you be up for a lively round of drinking?
Or arm wrestling. That's always amusing.
Yes.
Just don't throw up on your fine clothes.
That.
Oh, I assure you, I can hold my liquor.
Like last time?
That was an exception. It was
Oh.
strange liquor.
How is this going to be?
I didn't have a
less
problem.
strange?
Yes. I'm always down for that.
Vistra, can you give us some mood music?
Oh.
Yeah, is
okay.
there-
There's an invisible very old man along the old gray hill.
Yeah, is it the only noise pretty much just
I mean, I kinda-
quiet chatter?
You kind of
Yeah,
what?
is there any entertainment?
There is not.
Unfortunately, Axel, I'm not an avatar. I'm just a tag-along priestess.
I wonder if he's talking about Syrinscape
Yeah,
avatar
that's what I'm wondering.
Oh.
Or even like Captain
I don't
America
know
and
what-
Flash, you can't get drunk at all.
All right.
Flash cannon has to be highly concentrated.
Yeah.
And then it goes away.
He got
Yeah.
drunk
too.
once, and
For
it
like
was
30
for like
seconds.
For like 30
yeah.
seconds. And he's like,
And it's
Alright. So as you guys make your way down there and you're looking at the crowd, you see that there is a slightly diverse crowd. And by slightly, I mean there are a dozen people in the common room, excluding yourselves. You see 8 gnomes, 2 wood elves, including the innkeep, 1 hill dwarf, and 1 mountain dwarf.
I will.
And they are all, you see that the 2 dwarves have their own table, the gnomes are kind of scattered about, generally two or three to a table. The 2 wood elves are standing at the desk, chatting with each other, and you notice that both of them are very elderly.
Do we see our entertainer friends?
No.
I will go to the counter and ask what they have. Well, I'll go to the counter.
Yes?
Same person?
Yeah, Aaron.
What do you got for imbibement?
We got the local ale.
That's it?
Yes.
You have a lot of it? That's an honest question. Because I'm going to drink some, and I drink a lot, and I think we're going to see about maybe having a little contest.
Okay. Your rooms are paid for.
We'll pay for it. I'll buy all the ale.
Okay.
I'll put a tab on, I point to our table, put a tab on that table, I'll pay for it. Well,
Okay.
my famous will pay for it.
I
You
said
couldn't
I
hear
was
me.
damned the
You didn't
first
hear me.
round, and yeah.
You're just
I
gonna
mean, that's fair.
settle down with a drink. This is gonna be fun. I'll enjoy dragging you all to your
Do
rooms
you want
later.
food? Or are you just going to drink yourself full?
We'll eat first, then we'll have our little
That's
game.
a wise idea.
A platter for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, Murin returns.
What does my plant friend eat? So like,
What do plants eat?
okay, so I don't have to like give him water like Piccolo.
You have to water it just like any
What?
other plant.
Okay. Dragon Ball Z Piccolo. Oh, he has his water.
Plants get chloroform.
No.
I know it's
Oh,
chlorophyll. I was waiting.
No.
I was waiting to see if you could.
I'm afraid to go home today, you guys.
If we go home.
Yes. I will go up to the bar and ask for a
We'll
glass
run
of
back to
water,
us.
and I will have Suki in his little.
You didn't leave Suki up in your room?
No. He's a sentient creature. He can come out with us. He can talk.
No pets at the table. Sorry, Marin.
He's not a pet.
Oh!
He's not a pet. It's a companion.
It would be interesting to spot you sometime, Vistra,
Oh.
and
Yes.
see which of the priestesses of Mirren is in fact more powerful.
I only have one.
I will ask for a
Never
glass
mind.
of water for my little cat friend.
They'll be on
You've
the
never said
table.
anything. And
Thank you.
I tried to help
Go
you
sit
speak
down.
out about your whole called business, and you were like, "Ooh, don't do that."
She was upset you pulled.
And as
Your
you guys-
reception's a little icy for cold.
Ooh, that's cold.
As you guys are sitting there, again, there is no entertainment here. There is mild chatter going on at all the different tables.
It's a good question. What is the meat here?
You find out after about 10 minutes.
That's when we find out, to our horror, they're
Your
vegan.
horses are now on the table.
No!
Once
put
the
it on our
name tag,
bill.
it says
That
Bill.
was beautiful.
Yeah, one of the
Ouch.
plates has a name tag that says Bill.
Bill.
You guys are awful.
I think this plate's yours. It says Bill.
You can't get mad at me this time.
You,
And then your horse steak's like, meh.
it's rare.
We even have Jello on the side.
Patrick, go to school.
Gross.
I
As you
trusted
guys-
you.
As you guys watch, two platters are hauled out, and on one platter you see what looks to be a smaller boar, and on the other one you see what looks to be a very large shank from a deer.
Ooh,
Yum.
venison and bacon. This is a good night.
Right?
There are vegetables,
Oh, good.
cheeses, and some breads that are
Ooh,
brought
gotta
up as
fight
well.
off that scurvy.
Yar.
I don't know why, but you said cheeses, and I'm like, ooh.
Because cheese is good.
Yeah, my cheese holes. Where are my cheese holes?
Cheeses.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah. You missed context.
Between
That was from Wanderers.
We were just as bad at Wanderers
Yes.
as we have been tonight.
No, I think worse. We
I
haven't hit
think
that point.
worse.
Oh,
That was
God,
a
it was-
bad
We spent like the first half an hour doing almost nothing.
I laughed
was
so
on
hard
that.
I cried.
well, sometimes you need that.
No, I was fine with that. I don't say that like it's a bad thing.
No.
Can we? All right.
Bad
Well,
bot.
I will dig in and eat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You guys start going
I-
worst.
we learned a new direction. No longer
North.
west, now it's north.
Because I was northwest.
I know.
So
North.
Worst.
you
Yeah,
guys
'cause it was
you guys are
northwest
sitting
now.
at the table? you have a small gathering around you guys. You guys actually
Yeah,
make up
northeast.
almost half the patrons in here.
Damn.
Or one
Rubber
third.
band?
Sorry, you guys are 1/3 of the population of this little inn.
Yum yum.
Are you gonna
In my tub.
All right. We will eat, and then. Are you sure you want to lose to your
Not while
priestess
I'm
here?
I won't lose.
You guys will probably have a nice little betting pool going in about 10 minutes once people realize what you're
Also,
doing.
take your experience points
Hmm.
because we are almost to level 12.
Alrighty.
Yeah, 97500. We're 2500 away from next level.
Remind me, DM, before we leave. I want to see if there's. Do any of the gnomes here have any markings on them, like tattoo type markings?
They're all very similarly dressed. It seems that the clothing and attire of this location is very much universal. They all use what appears to be the same materials for everything.
Okay. I'll just have to have Ari do it when I get back.
I just said that.
It might be on cooldown.
I just said that too.
Yeah, he's got enough. I think it's on cooldown.
Hey, it's on cooldown.
I think
It might be on cooldown.
You know, I just was thinking about that, and I wonder if it's on cooldown.
It's on hot up.
Astrodollars.
Astrodollars.
Two astrodollars.
I do have to go to that store if you want to go get on break.
I closed my window.
Okay. Well, I do have to go to that store, so.
It'll be
Might
Red-
go
closed.
with.
Oh,
Red Circle Boutique?
that is
Okay.
rough.
that is
It might be
rough.
closed.
I just
Very
rolled a
little
hit
on
die,
your hit
and I
die.
rolled a 1. And my con mod's a 1.
We can always go to the other.
So
the,
from 75 to
Buckingham
77.
Palace.
Ugh!
Buckingham
It
Palace.
happens.
I hate that.
Did you catch us putting that down?
Yes.
What?
Making possible plans for a break.
So you guys are sitting at the table, munching on food, gentle conversation going on around you from the different tables, and discussing potentially arm wrestling.
If they're still open.
And a drinking competition.
Yes, drink competition.
I want to challenge Mirren.
Anybody else want to get in the game, or is it just us?
I'll referee.
Okay then,
Okay.
if it's okay.
What
I
are
can't
we,
hold
Did you want it to be one-on-one?
what are we doing
No, it's
first?
fine. I don't mind beating Petu.
What are we doing first?
Eating.
And then
That much I established.
And then drinking.
Drink.
Yes.
drinking.
So far it's the three of us, and I'll loudly boast about it. You know, we're about to start a contest. Anybody want to hold your own against us in alcohol consumption?
Hey,
Oh.
Big Weezy.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey, Weezy, welcome to the party.
DM advantage is on the table.
I got that. Okay, so now, are we going to get any of them? No, they're not going to be in us.
And I'll say, as I shout out, first round's on me.
And with that,
Because, like, no one's like, first round's
you
on
start-
me.
You start bragging about it. And the two dwarves both just kind of perk up.
First round. First.
The two dwarves, when you first say drinking contest, the two dwarves perk up, and you
You're
can
like,
see
oh.
them start chattering to each other, and they both start making a move toward the table, but slowly.
Yeah.
And then you go, first round's on me, and all of a sudden you hear 8 chairs
Question.
as 6 gnomes and 2 dwarves come on, do
Yeah, I
that.
reiterate, like,
What do
yeah,
the
yeah.
dwarves- What do the dwarves look like? I know you said mountain.
They're pushing tables together.
First round on me.
I'll stand the second.
What do they look like?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
Like, are they good looking? Are they old? Are they young?
That's your first question. Are they good looking?
Well, I gotta keep up my reputation here.
You could say like age, height, hair color. Are they good looking? Describe.
Well, before I answer the "Are they good-looking" question, you do
Are either
remember
boys?
that Dwalin is still missing,
Oh, yeah.
and
You're cheating on your ethereal boyfriend.
If he's not making any effort to spend time with her, come on. I mean,
From across the plains.
and that's her fault. I'm just
it
saying.
is her fault.
It is not my fault.
Long distance relationships go both ways, and she's creeped on him plenty of times.
Especially across plains.
That's like
We
the
should
ultimate
land that
long
joke.
distance.
Ouch, Big Reezy. Ouch.
Frostbeard has third round.
Eh.
B.
All right, you see as the two dwarves make their way over,
Oh, weird.
there is
How good looking are they?
right.
Oh my god.
You're in wants to know. Asking for a friend.
There is a big difference in
I'll
their
be your
appearance
werewolf.
from what you saw back in Cult.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, when you travel from different places and you see the different indigenous folks, there are certain physical traits that change. Mountain dwarves, in comparison to you, tends to be a lot more stocky. Their hands are a little bit more
Big boned.
Yep, big
Technically,
boned.
Vestrism.
You're kind of.
That's right.
Tick.
Thank you for the lurk, Bosky.
Hello.
And yes, Nordmead all the way.
Dr. Bosky said Nordmead, and Frostbeard said Honeymead.
You
Either one
know,
works.
meat in general, like,
Right.
Like potato meat.
not tonight. Or do it
Not tonight.
during stream. No, because we have to
You have things to
do
do
things
tomorrow.
tomorrow. We'll plan a night.
The mountain dwarf tends to have bigger hands. In
You know, they say about big hands.
Why did that get
Love
you interested?
drugs.
He was like, they have bigger hands. You were like,
yeah,
No, I was actually worried about my stitches on that one.
okay, I believe you.
If you don't.
No, I don't.
Alright, so we have all these tables pushed together and
the hill dwarf tends to be a little bit
Nope.
slighter of frame. You notice that the hill dwarf happens to have shorter hair than the mountain dwarf, even though both of them look
Said
like they're growing
shoulder
their
hair.
hair out. So there is also a definitive difference in skin tone, where the mountain dwarf tends to have a lighter complexion, the hill dwarf tends to have a darker one.
Breathe.
I can't look at either of you.
Can't look at either of us. Like, Jesus, look at Taya. That's a bad idea.
The mountain dwarf has very dark hair, almost black,
Okay.
and the hill dwarf has lighter brown, almost like replicas.
So there are 13 of us at this collection of tables.
There are
Because you said 8 people
1,
join
2,
us.
3, 4,
6
5,
dwarves,
6,
2
14.
or 6 gnomes, 2 dwarves.
So 14. 'cause
Well,
Hawken
yeah, I'm
is-
sorry for the drinking contest. There's 11 of us.
There's 11
8
of you
plus 3.
participating, but there are.
Ow!
Hakuden, are you going to be Are you going to be competing in a
Owie.
drinking contest?
Sure, why not?
Yes!
I can't. I have a spell to focus on.
Oh.
I'm gonna draw
That'd be
this.
hilarious. She gets in the drinking
I have
contest.
3 cast disguise self every hour.
Bob Dole.
Because right now I look like a
Hello,
human.
thank you, Sanal.
You don't want that bag.
Nope.
Yes, you do. We set it aside just for you.
Yes,
I
we
insisted.
did. We definitely did. I'll bring him home for you.
Unless, of course, the DM takes his tax.
Go right ahead.
You know what? DM tax
Go right ahead.
all yours.
I will call your bluff.
Share them.
Yes, the guy who
Try that.
is missing half his teeth is gonna chew on nachos all night.
Maybe you could. Never mind. Sinol, no. Any type, most chips and stuff like that is not.
There you go.
Oh,
I think
see.
Frostbeard's hitting
So-
on you again.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
jeez.
drawing this entire scene. So if Murin would like to have,
R.I.P. Wolf Red Diet.
if Murin would like to have the drawing of this to go along
She'll
with
still
his
find
journal,
some shippers, don't
he
worry.
can have it.
It's in progress.
All right, so
Murin's like,
as you all gather the table around, you call for the first round of drinks. And as
14.
you turn around and call for the first round of drinks, you see your hostess
With the mostest.
just kind of like turns around.
Can you carry 14?
No,
I will
don't
go
need
assist.
to.
If
She
needed.
hollers something in back in a language that none of y'all speak, I think. Do you
Maybe.
speak Gnomish?
No.
So, a language none of y'all speak. And you watch as 3 gnomes come toddling out the back, carrying 14 mugs of ale. They lay them out around the table.
he's
Rael looks at you.
LaCroix.
no, he,
McCoy of deities.
no,
Right?
he's the Neo flavor of.
You hear
There's
from
at
across
least
the
some
way.
flavor to
No,
it.
we can get you glasses and all. It's all right.
You hear from across the way as Ariel looks at you all. And if you destroy my place, you will pay every last cent 3 times over.
We won't get rowdy.
We are not that type of
I've
drunk.
heard that before.
Well, we mean it this time.
Me this time.
Oh no.
Oh no. A Shatner has been redeemed.
What? When did this happen?
And
Just now.
now,
Time to
I
drink.
need everyone
You've
to
got it.
roll.
Time to drink.
And
Roll.
I should get
A what?
Constitution save.
advantage on my Constitution save. Correct?
Yes.
Aha.
Ah!
That's awesome.
We have rolled the same number.
But mine's probably higher.
What did you guys get?
Bite me,
They both
Wolf God,
Oh, okay.
which makes my total 24.
26.
I hate you.
That's how high your con save is?
Yes,
My con save is.
I didn't realize that. That's cool.
my con save is a 6 dwarf.
How
Did
about 0?
anyone roll under a 15?
No!
No,
No.
not this time.
At this point in time, you notice one of your notes is kind of melting.
It was only one drink.
They
What
are
is this witchcraft?
very small people.
One drink. Bad for me.
And then you
Again.
watch as another one starts to hiccup almost immediately.
Let us drink one more time.
An additional drink.
And you see from by the counter
Oh, that was
the
bad,
other
Axel.
wood elf is sniggering. Hee.
Haha. Har har.
All right.
Oh!
LaCroix got a 4 on their next roll. This is the perfect time for you folks to be making those types of rolls.
You know what, Axel? It's because he didn't make a pun on his name.
That's right.
That's why.
All right.
Crocs
let us-
God?
I lost that one.
Who's the Crocs God?
I think it's supposed to be Mirren still.
Yeah, that is. Huh?
Because I don't think anybody here, with the exception of one of our children, wears Crocs.
Let us roll and drink
We are
again.
beyond shadow now.
Oh, okay, good. Let
Yes,
us roll
round
and drink
2.
again.
Round 2. Round 2. Constitution save. Oh!
No, that one. Roll again.
Woo!
Yeah, no nat 1. Roll it again.
This isn't really fair.
Oh! no.
I'm okay with it.
I'm not. I'm not good.
So I drew
25.
Actually rolled better on that one.
And if you would like for your journal,
Okay.
as my bar, I would give it to you. So
Sure.
you can stick it in your journal.
Oof.
No,
I
no,
just
no,
get
no.
the low ones now.
I didn't even get to roll low ones. I just get low ones.
And next one is Nick.
12 and 16 if I make it to round 3.
All right. So round 2. Did anyone roll under 17?
I didn't roll under 17. I have
I
under
got a
17.
25.
All right. If you are under a 17, put a mark on your character sheet.
You're lucky you work tonight.
And I would also like all of you who are participating to roll an intelligence.
Well, never mind. So,
No, this one I want you to roll.
I rolled the same exact thing I was going to have
Well.
anyway.
What'd you get in total?
For intelligence?
Yep.
9.
9? Okay.
11.
Listra?
18.
Pocket in?
16.
Alright. Mirren, you don't quite catch this, but the other 3 of you do. This ale tasted different this last round.
Oh.
I thought, I will ask. I thought there was only one type of ale.
Maybe it's something with the food that you ate.
No, this tastes different.
It's good.
Different how? DM.
You're
Like
not sure.
poison different?
Well, this is how I go. This is how I go.
Yeah, no, what, you know what, I am going to,
You backing out of the contest?
no, I'm
It
not.
sounds good. It smells the drink's good.
It sounds good.
Using
The ale
my-
sounds good.
It smells.
I'm using
You
inspired
can tell that
words.
last one hit him. Okay?
That's what should really get you concerned.
It does a little bit, actually.
I cast inspired words, or I used inspired words to cast,
I was playing the character.
hearing this
I got hit hard by the drink
Detect
from your
poison.
roll.
I used inspired words to cast detect poison.
The entire table lights up. Every single one of the drinks.
Technically,
Okay.
it is.
I also identify the kind of poison.
Alcohol.
Okay, thank you.
DM, hearing this exchange going on as I am sober,
Yeah.
I would like to roll insight on the woman.
Okay.
That's probably not gonna be enough.
15.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Oh no! You know it's bad
When they go towards the bedroom.
when they have to leave the room.
You could have worded that so
he
much
was
better.
taking other women to the bedroom.
Ah!
Only
Oh,
during
that's
only
right.
during D&D am I safe doing that.
No, you
Just
probably get
gonna-
away with it.
I'm just gonna settle back in my chair a little bit, look at her, kind of raise an eyebrow, little half smirk, and keep watching.
Okay. Alright. So
Oh no!
Next
you
round.
notice that one of the gnomes
It's between their
you notice that one of the gnomes has nice.
Wow.
Good catch. You only dribbled a drop.
You watch as one of the gnomes slowly pushes himself away from the table.
So we're down to 10.
You weakling.
Yeah,
Murin, are you a bit sloshed?
No.
I'm just a little bit drunk.
Taps.
Strunk?
That, something like that. I'm gonna go get some rest. And he
Okay.
kind of wanders off.
Taps Pipsy.
Taps Pipsy.
Yep.
He needs some natural flotation devices.
All
There's a
right.
Sears in this town?
So we now go on to round 3 of the drinking.
16.
Multiplicity.
Luck point.
Ooh, nice.
Multiplicative.
There we go.
Luck point.
Ooh.
I'm okay with that.
I'm guessing I still roll underneath. If the
Might
DC
not
is
be
going
enough.
up. I just
These
can't get
gnomes
it.
are not rolling well.
Neither is the bot I've been subjected to.
All right. So you head on into the third round, and as that round is brought out, you hear Aileron on the other side. I'm going to say that there'll be a pause after this round. I don't want you guys making too much of a mess here. Give it a chance to settle as you guys are going through these relatively quick.
Can I actually grab
I'm
some
just
water for the
ready.
whole table?
Well, I need to know the effects of the third round.
And there's a couple of pitchers that he brought out while you do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna pour a glass for everybody at the table that's drinking.
So
please
as
don't
you
spill this
get
too.
as you
I'll
drown as you down the third round that's brought out to you, you notice again anybody who rolled under a 15,
Oh, I made it.
Sweet.
anybody who
Caroline.
rolled under a 15 is affected by this.
Haha, not me.
Not me.
I'm good.
We're good. Yay.
Corona, do you still have that smirk on your face?
Yep.
All right.
I'm gonna move over to you and ask why you're smirking.
If you decide to tell her,
This is
go
going-
away.
Yes. This is.
Go away.
Oh, I'm pointing between the two of them. It's going to be interesting because now that they've had one competition like this, she's got something to prove.
I still want to know why you're smirking. No, there's- I'll
Wow.
roll insight. I'll
Yeah,
roll
Ding.
insight on her. I'll roll insight on Tay.
She's not deceiving you.
Well, just the fact that she's not telling me everything though.
This is true. You know that much.
Yeah.
There's no need to roll an insight. And as this third round settles down in everybody's belly, we have what looks to be the hill dwarf is a little bit flush, a little bit pink in the nose. The mountain dwarf is a little bit more flush. One of the gnomes looks that little bit of sweat on the brow when everything gets too hot because you've had too much to drink. One of the gnomes has wandered off. Hello, fellow game owner shop person. One of the gnomes has wandered off, and I'm throwing dice at my face.
I was just curious to see. if
Don't
it was
throw
possible.
those ones, Joe.
Yeah, I'm trying to kill myself.
You got it?
I got it.
Yeah, that was one of the metal ones.
That was. I'm glad I hit my shoulder instead of my face.
I mean, hit your
Ouch.
shoulder and then hit the
Smelly
floor
arms
instead
having
of your toes.
You see, one of the other gnomes
Never mind.
is about as well off as the hill dwarf, just a little bit flush.
Ooh.
The last gnome in the that took a drink, he was very slow about it. You're watching as he's getting a little bit greener on the gills.
Hey, dude, get out of here.
You, how many of you failed?
One.
One. You're just feeling a little bit of it, just that flushness. Disease. Maybe a
That's
hiccup or
tipsy.
two. How many did you fail, Ilfikir?
None.
None. You're feeling the alcohol, but it's not really affecting you. This round, you failed one.
Yeah,
Same
I
as-
failed
same
this
as-
one as well.
Same as with Mirren, you can feel a little bit flush.
Ugh.
This is good stuff.
This is some good stuff right here.
And as you're taking your mandatory break from Aileron, you notice that a tray of cheeses and breads has been brought out.
Yeah, please.
I will eat a little bit and drink the water that I was given.
I grab a handful of stuff. And just
You just
Same.
Yes, Mira,
What?
make sure you shoot.
Cancel that.
I heard my name.
Cancel what?
I'll delicately nibble on some cheeses and lament my life choices.
What did I do? I was hungry. There was food.
Mira, drink some water as well.
No.
I don't think my room is dark enough for this full.
you just say?
Oh boy.
You are
Is that
the
the ale
only
talking?
one who was gonna catch that.
No, she caught it.
Well, okay.
But anyways, moving forward.
The ale. What?
I'll explain when you're older, Mirren.
How old am I again?
15.
No, I'm 16.
You're a toddler.
Because I magically aged also.
That's right.
But then we reverted.
I thought I
Sadly.
get a permanent year, didn't I? Because I was.
Oh no, you got a permanent year,
Yeah.
but then we all aged 3 years and went back 3 years.
It was such a big deal for my 15th birthday, and then it was all of a sudden a 16.
Right.
Now I'm really old.
I will like to get
You're
a
older.
bit of fresh air
I'm old now.
before the next round as well.
Okay.
Don't go too far away.
Ow!
Don't do that either.
Ew.
I stubbed my toe.
Don't do that.
Right before the yard.
All right. So while there's this pause, Ilfikir gets up to go out and grab a breath of fresh air. Joe Dirt, welcome
Hello.
to the
Hey,
party.
Hey, Joe Dirt.
For those of you who are not too familiar with us, we have a
3.
stream team that we're putting together.
Is that a guess or have you
No,
seen
I
yourself?
know
All
it's
heroes
three.
approved.
I
Joe
knew it
Dirt
was
happens
one.
to be one of our fellow members. Absolutely fun guy. Check him out on Fridays doing one-shots for D&D. Check him out throughout the rest of the week doing random video games. I think the last time I was watching him play, he was doing Pokemon. And I believe he's also doing some streaming of Final Fantasy XIV. And what's the new one that you just started playing? I can't remember what that's called. Gilgamesh, I think it was. So, Ilfikir wanders out. One of the other gnomes wanders out with you.
Oh,
Not quite side by side with you,
Gotcha.
but you get outside to get a fresh
Ooh.
breath of air, and he's behind you doing the same thing.
Is it the Green Guild one?
No, the Green Guild
Fresh
one.
breath air.
yes.
A fresh breath of air.
Yes, a fresh breath of air.
A fresh
Yes.
breath air.
I,
The Fresh Prince of Death breath air.
did you think some fresh air would help you as well, friend?
No. It's either that, or I'm gonna have to go visit the stables and make sure when I throw up, it's in a straw.
Next round.
I guess being summoned back. Be
And
well.
Meanwhile, back at the table,
Right.
Back at the ranch.
you hear one of the more sober gnomes is sitting there grumbling to himself. And I would like, I don't know if I got the updates on here. I think I did. So, Naivara, you would be the one who caught onto this. You hear this guy grumbling, and he's grumbling about a spot in the forest and how he just doesn't want to go back.
Are you looking for a Why do I have a death save marked off on my sheet?
You might want to fix that.
I'm gonna kind of
I mean, it's a successful one at least.
Yeah, it's
lean
still
over
needs
to
to
be
fix
like,
it.
why don't you want to go back there? Just out of curiosity.
Huh? What?
You were mumbling.
Oh yeah, I was thinking out loud.
What?
My job.
What do you do for a job?
I'm one of the guides.
Oh. You were mumbling about the spot in the forest you don't want to go back to.
Yeah,
Why is that?
there's spots in the forest that just kind of suck.
Fair.
Ah, yes, the Sun Forest.
No, that's on the other side of the continent.
I'm not there.
Nope.
I'm not there to make any
Yeah,
jokes about this.
that was the literal response.
Okay.
No, that's on the other side of the continent.
I didn't know if I overheard or not. I was just making that joke.
At this point in time,
With
they're
your
talking
ears?
normal.
Well, I know, but he
Oh,
said
fair.
that it was specifically. I was gonna
Fair.
say.
The original part was her hearing him mumbling,
Mhm.
and now she engaged in proper conversation.
I can hear very well.
Huh, so, well,
Oh, look, it's a marshmallow
One of the-
stick. It's a jump stick
If
with a
you're-
marshmallow.
Yes.
if you're one of the guides, would you mind when you're sober the next day if you could help fill in a map I have of the continent?
Well, I can give you some information about here, but I haven't traveled much of the land. I
Next
don't get far from the forest and the swamp.
It'd still be nice to see if we can.
Oh, I'd be willing to help. I'm just giving you that warning.
That looks more uncomfortable than it's worth.
If I was able to.
I
Roll
will.
and insight. No, not one on the table.
Thank you.
There we go.
Insight? That's a 27.
There is definitely more to the story.
Okay.
I'm
What's
pounding
your
the table.
name?
Most people call me Winnie.
Weenie.
I couldn't
Most
hear.
people call me Winnie.
Oh,
Winnie.
but I heard weenie.
So did I. That's why I
That's
had to
how you're
ask him to
acting
speak
right
up
now,
a little.
yes. Wait, I'm
Well, nice to meet you. I'm Nivara.
That's a goofy name.
So is weenie.
Winnie.
I mean, I'm just.
Pull the fuzz out your ears.
My parents were
You
cartographers.
can, you're always fuzzy.
I've got a map. The map I have with me came from my parents. They're cartographers.
Oh,
Just trying to fill it in where they didn't have it filled in.
fantastic. That sounds like a boring job.
I will
Not with this loan.
come back inside after,
And as you come back inside, you
What's
see
that one
Miriam
you
is
called
starting to
them
get
again?
rougher.
Huh?
Probably Axel.
What did I do, huh?
you're giving us
Most-
a free toddler, Mirren. I'll come in and sit down.
I'm
Next round is coming.
tapped tipsy.
No, no.
All right, and as you come back in, about 5-10 minutes has passed, and Ailerin hollers something back at the gnomes in the kitchen again, and you see another round come out.
Yeah!
Light one other drink,
Huh? What'd you say? Here.
and it was light
Thank you.
another. You are light another participant.
So we're down to how many?
Should be 8.
4 of us and 4 of them?
10 people in total. You're only down 2.
Right, we started with 11?
No,
12.
you started with
12.
It was
Okay.
11 until we're sure Hakuna was one. It is then.
Okay.
Hakuna made
Sorry,
12.
never mind.
Yep, I'm in.
All right. And I need con saves from everybody again.
I am using my last one point.
Axel
Really?
with quote
No, that one.
112.
Yep.
I'm
Hashtag
using the
Team
no nat
Jacob.
one.
I rolled 2 17s.
Oh, good God, I'm toast.
Smell that, you're done.
I think she's a little burnt out.
It's my first fail, guys. And it might not be a fail.
You can do it
You're
now.
right, it might not be.
It's a 14.
They all have been higher than that,
All right. Anybody roll under a 15?
Nope.
I did.
Those of you who
One
roll under
above.
15, make a mark on your sheet that you are one step closer to being toast. And at this point in time, seeing that there was a bit of a break in between the drinking, most everybody does well on this round. I mean, it hits you a little bit harder than you anticipated.
Whew.
though. Welcome to the club.
Now you're just past this.
Taps tipsy.
And I gotta do that to make sure. Perfect.
4. What was that you?
But there are a couple of faces that you see pucker a little bit. Salute.
Thank you.
You see a couple of faces pucker. You see a little bit more red in the cheeks of everybody. But the dwarves, your 2 dwarven friends, are both looking up, looking pretty chipper.
I mean, they're dwarves.
And let's do one more round. After this one, we'll say we'll probably call it.
Oh, honey.
Ooh.
Oh!
There's
You
a
get
no
advantage
nat
on your con saves?
one. There's a no nat one.
I have advantage against poison.
Oh, okay.
I used the no nat one.
Yeah,
You
there
used
is.
the
Yeah,
last one.
there is no known nat one.
Okay.
There is no nat one.
No, there is no known nat one.
Right.
So yes, nat one.
Yes,
Damn
you're
those
screwed.
double negatives.
Yes, you're screwed.
All right. So, and for this one, once again, roll me an intelligence check. All of those who are participating.
What the?
I mean, I rolled the same thing again. So.
Yes, but that is the 5th 3 I've rolled in the past 7 rolls.
We have 13.
You got a 13.
Yep.
Okay, Mistra,
7.
Mirren,
My con save was 22. My intelligence is 4.
My con save was a 9 and my intelligence was 3.
Alright.
You guys.
So, those of
This
you
would
who
hit
rolled
you hard.
under a 17,
On the con save?
on the con save, those of you who rolled under a 17, one
Not
more
tied.
mark as you get closer to drunk. You notice one more gnome
See ya.
starts to wander off.
And then there were 9.
Actually, there are 8.
Then there were 8.
As you see, the another one of the gnomes kind of sits back
And he just
and
melts.
just kind of,
Yeah, he just oozes.
I think I'm going to watch from here.
He's oozing in his chair.
And so with 8 of us left, what do we make the next one interesting?
Oh.
Money time.
Oh no.
And there is no hesitation from the two dwarves.
2 gold.
And as they go, you watch as they both
Full
pulled out
handfuls.
small pouches, and we're going to put them on the table and went,
Oh, well,
and then put 2 gold.
sure. What do you want to do?
No, you said 2 gold.
All right.
You said 2
They're
gold.
like,
Two-
okay, we can save some of our money.
Alright,
at
there's
least.
my 2 gold.
2 gold's the ante for this one.
I mean,
I'm
look
in.
at that, wait.
Okay, sweet.
Gambling
right.
Crystal Light God got a 14 on their next roll.
And Ron's gonna elbow Naibara. See? Told you.
That's fine. The con save's pretty high.
You knew they were gonna start.
And then rogue armor set, hide armor, steel gauntlets, sneakers, and concealer.
That was
That was
awesome.
well done, Axel.
I
And-
found out his secret, by the way.
Roll me another.
Where he gets all those from.
A lot of them I recognize.
22 con save.
With the 14
14,
that was given to you? Okay.
Oh, here.
Oh, honey.
Your 2
Oh,
gold is
baby.
mine.
Might be mine.
For the low price of an affirmation. That was too accurate. It hurt a little bit.
What was that?
The low price of basic affirmation.
Oh. Ouch.
I feel that though. Ouch.
Alright.
Right.
So you guys,
God, I want to drink for real now. You guys.
did anybody at the table roll under a 15?
Not me. And we'll just put that on 3.
Hockaden?
No, 16.
Alright.
How many are you in, Knockman?
What's that?
How many do you have failed?
None so far. I've been extremely lucky.
Yep, Hockaden's been doing good. Blessed by the gods, he is not very drunk.
He took.
However, I do want everybody, at this point in time, I want everybody to put another mark of drunk on their sheet.
Oh. So did you fail? Is it 2 points then?
Huh?
If you failed, is it 2 points of drunk?
No, I'm adding this one post.
Oh,
And do we
okay.
still automatically all take a point of drunk?
Yeah,
Okay.
this one's post.
That puts me at 4.
Yeah, you are done.
I'm done.
You cross out.
That's it. Because
I
come
just-
take her tankard away and goes, okay, honey, you're done.
Oh, before the next round comes
I'm
out.
just gonna push her water closer to her.
Right?
Before the next round comes out, give me a
Push
minute.
water
I'll-
closer to her.
Oh,
and
that's
then put, like, a
alright.
couple
That's alright.
pieces of
You all
cheese
need
in
to
front
take a
of her.
break anyhow. We've been 3 more rounds in. Everybody take a break.
I
Take
pick
care
her
of
up.
take care of the.
Mirren, we'll make sure she gets upstairs.
I pick her up and I bring her to her room.
As he starts carrying
Oh
her,
God.
I am going to start playing
Yes.
Careless Whisper on my ocarina.
Why Careless Whisper? It's such a horrible bad song, and that's the one everyone picks.
Because
Fine.
it's a meme worthy
Let's
song.
see, what song?
Okay.
Fine.
The saxophone is good.
Give you up, never gonna let you down.
Yeah, we'd rather be rickrolled.
We need a new bard, you guys.
Or wait,
Look.
hold on, wait, he's carrying you.
I've been feeling so fine.
Wherever
Oh
Here at the end, you got drunk off your ass.
Oh, or if you really want me to,
No,
I could play the song. Was it you that started that? Bow, 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 bow.
I'm just.
In the eyes.
This is really good.
No, never with that song again, ever.
All I can see is the
Me too. Sarah McLachlan or whatever.
Yes.
McLachlan ruined that song forever.
Okay,
Yep.
so
In perpetuity.
I am
Wait.
up in bed now. Apparently.
I will put her on her side. I'll put a little bucket by the side of the bed, and there's water.
Mirren, you're at 2.
Yes,
Don't secure is 4.
I thought you were at 3.
Vistra, how many are you at?
I'm at 3.
Okay.
Hawkins
And
got one.
Hawkins at 1.
I got one. Yeah.
Let's Marvin Gaye.
All right. And once again, pitchers of water are brought out, and this time it's only bread that is brought out to the table.
Sure. I mean,
Actually, that's a good song, by the way.
I'll take a couple pieces of bread and a jug of water, and I'll put it up on her nightstand. And she's on her side, and there's a bucket in front of the bed.
Twitter just told me that we're streaming and gave me the update.
That's nice. Of her. A lot
So
of
we're like
peop-
5 hours late.
a lot of people tell me.
Like an hour and 48 minutes late.
A lot of people tell me that the
No, I mean he posted it this afternoon.
Oh.
that one
Yeah.
interesting.
Which is funny because when Twiz posted his on Twitter, I didn't get it till like well after he was done streaming.
I say there are times where I don't get it till like the next day.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So-
Twitter notifications suck, so.
It's okay, there's been times when I haven't gotten a Twitch notification till the next day that
I'm sleeping.
Yeah, you are on the way to being passed out. The other gnomes are being escorted out or hauled out.
So it's just us three now?
Are the dwarves?
The
and
ones that are toast.
Okay.
In the end, it is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people left.
Us three and the 2 dwarves.
There are the 2 dwarves, Mirren, Hakkaden, and Vistra. Vistra,
Yep.
you are very close.
Mm-hmm.
You have a choice. You can either back out now or risk what comes next.
I will risk it.
All right.
I take in.
you
Alright.
must risk it.
Angie's up. I throw a 10 in there
10 gold now?
for a total of 12.
yeah, he's got 12.
Okay, I'll do it.
Now, Hakkaden, that means you're putting 12 in as well, correct?
Well, you should have put 2 in for the last round, so he puts 10.
Yes, I have. Actually, I can't.
And you keep
I don't have that much gold.
Yeah,
There's two.
her 2 is done.
I'll.
Oh, you guys haven't given him any of the stuff?
I will spot Hakkaden.
Okay.
Okay, we'll change that to a 20 then.
And the 2 dwarves
Thank
toss
you.
theirs in as well. So
So
it should be 50 plus whatever was tossed in first.
Yeah, it's technically 24.
24? Okay, so you get 24. I think yours got
Mhm.
2.
You got this now, go.
Yeah.
Here.
How many?
I got it.
You got it?
Yeah, back here. I always have some.
Oh, you have yours on you? Thank you.
For a minute.
That way you don't have to get up.
For a minute, Joe, I thought you said thank you, sweetheart, to Patrick. You're like,
Ouch.
oh.
I like
Ouch,
him.
Axel.
I like him. There you go, sir. Thank you.
Does this mean Axel would be Eglinton House?
All right. And after about 10 minutes, you hear
Try
Aelrin.
to play better.
Well, if you're still
better
continuing to
character.
play, we can
5.
do rounds out again. All right. And five tankards are coming out. Now, mind you, boys, you get this one. Oh, and girls, sorry. You get this one. The next one, I'm going to be mean to you.
Alright.
What do you mean mean?
Karana and I are just sitting
It's
here
not going to be
maniacally
ale that I give you this next round.
You said that's all you got.
For common folk,
Ooh. Alright.
I have my stuff,
giggling. Ooh.
but I'm
Let's do
kind of
it.
tired of watching you all drink me dry, so we're going to make this end quick.
Okay. And I.
You hear the 2 dwarves. Oh, mamby-pamby. Elf wine.
Hey, don't knock it till
I'm
you try it.
glad I'm upstairs for this.
I say, Carl's gonna kind of smirk and go, well, like,
I've had some pretty good elf wines.
And everybody roll me their cons.
I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow at them when they say that.
I'm rolling consistently.
That might be enough.
15.
Negative.
All right. So y'all are safe, with the exception of the other hill dwarf,
So there's 4 left.
who looks at the rest of you and goes, "Oh, I am not gonna try whatever that elf brings out. I think
See ya.
something I ate is not working with this."
Whatever your excuse is.
No.
Outside.
Go, get on the table.
And he's standing up and going, "Nope, nope, just food. Ugh, too greasy." And the mountain dwarf.
And I say,
He knows his drink. He knows his body. If he says it's something he ate, I believe him. Because he never knows when not to eat something.
I reach into my bag of holding, I pull out 15 more gold.
Really?
Really famous. You
Fine.
called can afford it.
Called, they want their famous back.
All right. Hakkadin, would you like to buy in for the last round?
Sure, someone will spot me some more.
Yep. Vistra's spotting you. The mountain dwarf looks at you.
You were putting a bag on the table to begin with.
Yeah.
Don't cheap out now, buddy.
I'm not cheaping out.
There's like 100 gold. There's like 150 in there.
He reaches down and he goes, "Yeah, whatever."
He just puts the bag there.
Yeah.
What's in there? We got a match.
Who cares if you
Empties-
match?
He empties it out.
I gotta write it down too.
I have that right. That's 45.
Barbecue sauce.
45.
Yeah. So that would be 30 more from each of you.
All right, I throw 30 more.
I'm going very much in debt here.
Yes, you are.
No, the guild has money, Hawken, and you're fine.
Okay.
Character context.
Right?
You have a stash to draw from.
Was it a saver zone? We're like,
114. Wow, Call's emptying the wallet for this.
no, Vistra's emptying the bowl with this.
And then
Look who got out
from
with
here, you watch as from the back room, you see Ailerin herself come out, and in her hand,
Just the 4 of us. Just the 4
in her hand, you see a bottle. It's about
Oh no.
3 inches in diameter.
Oh no. It's the really heavy.
About,
It's that green stuff.
about that tall. And when she pulls the top off, you actually see a little bit of
Ooh.
Yes.
what looks like condensation rise from the inside of this bottle.
Oh.
She looks at the 4 of you. Well, this is something I usually save for special occasions. I am willing to part with a glass for each of you. However, you will have to understand that this is going to be expensive. Just one glass is going to be 20 gold.
Fine.
Okay.
As this stuff does not come around very often.
Dwarf pays for his own, but I will get the 3 of ours.
Thank you.
And he throws 20 on the table
Okay.
for her. Well, it can't be worse than any of the slop that I've had in the past.
Remember, with this one, pinky's out.
Oh, I would also suggest one on your seat as well.
Kron and I are like,
Like, what's gonna happen?
From behind her, she sets down 4 glass long stems that only have a cup about that big. Long stems, double shots is basically what she's handing you.
This is gonna kick your guys' butts.
When she pours it out,
No!
Yes!
No!
Anyone could have.
That's
That's what?
when she pours it out, you watch
He's not wrong.
as this very light blue liquid fills up the cup, and as it's filling up the cup, there's this mist that rolls up.
Delectable.
And a nat 20 can only be used in combat.
I'm combating the alcohol.
But we could use the no nat ones.
Yes.
There, those are gone.
Okay.
And she looks at all of you. Now, if this hits you the right way, you will feel extremely refreshed. If this hits you the wrong way, good luck.
I like her.
I need everybody
That's
to
not
roll
bad.
their con save. Oof.
Yes!
I think he got a 20.
You got 20.
Lucky for you, sir.
Jeez, Austin, you were just rolling like a champ for this.
No kidding.
Well, that's a fail on his part. I know that for sure.
Watch all my combat rolls.
I'm
Just gonna be
actually
like
going to
one.
need 2 saves from you. I'm going to need 2 saves. First save, let me know what your Constitution save was. Mira,
First was 22.
22. Vistra,
19.
Hakkinen,
21.
21. All right.
Second
Mirin?
save.
Mirin and Hakkinen, your second save is rolled normally. Vistra, you roll
Okay.
disadvantage, and I need
So just
a
one.
wisdom save. From you two,
Wouldn't
Mirin.
you just normally?
You-
Oh my.
Oh
Okay.
no!
Ita.
Mirin, I need you to roll 2
I did.
for your wisdom save.
Yeah,
You did.
he did.
Wait, was it the second save?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I
he
did.
What did you roll?
Wisdom is different. So 16.
16.
I don't have advantage.
Hakkinen,
26.
Jesus,
Oh my
Mark.
god.
You said
All
save,
right.
right?
It was a wisdom save, yes.
Okay.
What'd you get? 3. All right. So Vistra,
It would have been at 19.
Vistra.
Yeah.
As you take this and it fills up your mouth, rolls down your throat, hits your belly, you feel this refreshing coolness
Yeah.
start to spread throughout your body. And then all of a sudden it's like electricity coursing through you as everything starts to get fuzzy and numb.
Do the two of us see her?
You, the two of you who are sober, are watching, and her eyes dilate till it's nothing
I'm
but
gonna go like stand behind her, like
Yeah.
Kima stand and put my hands on her shoulders.
She's fine.
No,
She's
just
not
in case
falling-
she just
She's not falling over or anything. Her eyes dilate. And she's just sitting there.
Eyes tiny.
You, on the other hand, Vistra, are now having an absolutely fantastic hallucination.
You just drank acid.
For anybody who knows what absinthe is,
Absinthe.
this is like absinthe on steroids.
Oh,
Steroid absent.
Mirren, you're starting to see things too.
Wait, no, stop flying.
You are not drunk, but you are seeing things.
Oh dear.
Your hair just turned purple. Wait, now it's pink.
The mountain dwarf is in the exact same stupor that Vistra is in, and Hakkinen, you feel fine.
Damn you.
Guess who won the pot?
Hakkinen.
Except technically, he still owes me coin.
Correct. He will have to pay you back what you gave him.
Well,
So Mirren, for the first time ever,
yeah.
Someone outdrank you.
Beginner's luck.
beginner's luck.
Good job.
It's that
Hakkinen.
inner
Woo!
fire that that burned all the alcohol out.
Yes, all the flying pink elephants are coming.
I'm adding it up right now. Hang on.
That's awesome.
Yes, we're the
262.
purple fingers.
So actually, it started way back then.
So Hakkinen takes 262.
You've done no.
All right.
Minus what he owes
What?
Vistra, which is up to her to decide.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much Vistra put in for him.
But in the pot was 262.
In the pot was 262. Okay, how much?
Yep.
How much did you loan me, sister?
Go ahead,
About
go ahead.
50.
Well, I put in 114. So
Did you
half
buy it? Did you buy every time?
for
The first one he did. The 2 gold he did.
okay, so
Half
114.
112.
half of 114 minus 2.
So 55.
114 divided by 2 is
yeah.
57, minus 2 is 55.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So I give you your 55 gold back.
You can't.
okay. Oh, probably not, yeah.
At the
Oh,
moment, you can't give her anything. She is gone.
Like, just.
I'll put it in
hand it to me,
her,
Hagen, and
her
I'll
pouch.
stick
Oh,
it in
dude,
her
roll
purse.
fingers. I haven't heard that in forever, Gangris.
Yes.
Just like, just hock it and just hand it to me. I'll stick it in her coin purse. Seriously.
So technically, you're pocketing like 208 or 207.
And then as you get ready to pocket that, the three soberest of the group,
Ugh.
Alarin walks up,
Ugh.
and that will be 93 gold for your tap.
Pay up.
You're drunk. You're drunk. Hakadin has 220 gold in his hand, and there are two sober folks standing there as well.
But I said I get the first one.
I'm upstairs.
Rona's
sleeping.
gonna sigh heavily.
Actually, Ilfikir did say she'd get the second one.
Right, but before all of that happened, somebody said that the Thanos is picking up the tab for that table.
I did.
And you're high as a kite.
Wait a sec. Oh, wait. That's right. Yeah.
98.
98,
Yeah, is
Okay.
that what you said?
93.
I'm
Give
definitely
her a
sorry.
5 gold.
And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be.
What's your number?
Here's a tip. Thank you for putting up with their shenanigans.
That is a minute.
I'm gonna.
Nothing's damaged. Nobody's hurt.
I throw a
I'm
chair.
happy.
You,
No, I don't. Just the
As you-
comedic timing.
as you go to
Nothing's
grab-
damaged.
As you grab the chair, you get the Aileron mom look.
tell the mirror and comes down. I'm gonna look at Karana. Let's get them upstairs.
Ah.
I will help with that.
Yeah, Hakadin, you help Mirren upstairs. Karana and I are probably going to have to one on either side.
Right,
But
before
so-
What I do though, I'll look at her and go, so, what was it?
A what?
Get them out of here.
What was what?
Yeah, just Hakadin,
What?
just bring Mirren upstairs.
Good night.
Yeah, wait a minute. Whose room did you put me in? Mine or
Yours.
yours? Okay. Just checking.
So once they're upstairs, because Vester's off in La La Land.
Here,
So
let
she
me
won't
help you, my friend.
understand. Darn.
Dragons!
You wanted to be in your own room.
She's
so.
drooling. So once they're upstairs.
Drooling dragons.
Yes,
in the
what
back of
was that? Just out of curiosity.
Sorry, I'm trying to hit you.
That's fine.
I kept spiking every so often with the
What the
with the other stuff.
Oh, you
I feel a little bit
mischievous
better
woman.
now.
I love you.
I didn't want to making a mess.
Hey,
I
last
figured I'd
war
make it
poodle.
quick.
Hello.
Hey.
Well,
Last
that's
war poodle. Hex.
Hey.
We haven't seen you in forever. Welcome back.
I like the way you think.
Well,
Stupid gnome city.
You know,
he's mumbling
four
that
goes
going
for
upstairs.
poodles.
yeah, that goes for poodles. And with that, the evening rolls around.
Second place.
Second place.
First loser.
Better than first.
Sorry,
First
I'm not
loser.
there.
First loser.
Both
Yeah,
of you
Karana
girls.
and I are gonna have to like each have an arm and kind of like drag her upstairs.
Great. Just pour me into bed.
Yep.
Pour me.
Well, I'm hoping that your battle was successful. I'm assuming it is because you're back here with us. So, we will say that the night goes on fairly easily. However, Vistra,
Yes.
I do want one more wisdom save from you.
You can tell 20.
Is it at
Yes.
disadvantage?
No.
Okay, 12.
You do happen to have one nightmare
Okay.
through the evening.
It's Bill.
No, not Bill.
Nightmare.
Of a strange,
Thank you.
of a strange voice that doesn't seem to be very coherent. Who keeps telling you you can't leave. I need more music.
That's like the ultimate. That's like the ultimate
So-
Karen bang.
We are going
I
to
want to
sleep then.
Yes, we're putting you guys to sleep. It
Perfect
will now be
timing.
12:21 when you wake.
There.
And as you all wake, there is a bit of cotton in your heads. There is a bit of cotton mouth.
Bit of a cotton mouth.
However, you guys do not feel very rough. When Aileron said that this last drink would help, she wasn't kidding. With as heavy as you guys were drinking, this stuff kind of helped you guys wake up feeling pretty well. And I always thought about doing a Hotel California Gangrus. I'm not sure I've ever pulled it off well enough.
I think I am going to take a bath again in the morning and change out of my fine clothes and
Which are now wrinkled beyond all belief.
I will steam them as I take my hot bath. I will use my water bending to steam the wrinkles out of my travel clothes.
I think this is the richest my druid's ever been.
Right?
And then I will, wash my face and everything and scrub up good in the tub and then head down for breakfast.
You're welcome, Hawkeye.
I want to check on this.
Thank you.
It was charity.
It was all for you.
You want to what, Navarra?
I want to check on Vistra.
Okay. Happy Saturday, Wolves Dad. Thank you for joining us.
Yay, happy Saturday.
Yay!
Hey, Wolf's dad.
Yeah.
You find Vistra. She seems to be in a bit of a stupor as she has literally just woken up.
I will say these chairs are
How
so
you
much
feeling,
better than
Vistra?
those.
Oh, no, no.
Huh?
How you feeling?
With her fingers.
Actually, not that bad. Tired and I need some water or
Oh.
coffee. Or
There's water on the stand, and there's probably coffee downstairs.
Probably black.
Probably black.
both. Is the coffee percolated yet?
Not crazy percolated.
And as you guys... Well played.
That was really good.
Oh, I don't expect that.
And with everybody waking up from their night of drinking and revelry, we will take a bit of a break. When we return, we'll see what they're going to do with their day and with the information that was gleaned during the drinking contest. We'll see you guys in right about 30 minutes, give or take. Depends on how fast we can get back. And stick around for some informational stuff on the commercials. If you haven't joined us on our social media, please check us out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, just in time for the break. But we will be back.
YouTube.
I promise. We will be back.
YouTube.
We'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Turkey. I'm from the Grouch House. We're a D&D variety channel, and we've had a lot of shenanigans into our show. If you hang out long enough, I promise it will make you laugh.
Hi, I'm DM Paco from Dragons in the Dining Room. We quite literally stream D&D from our dining room. The Variety D&D show, where we also have a talk show on Mondays. If you hang out with us, you may even be able to influence our show. Welcome to the dining room.
Hey guys, I'm Joe from Joe Dirt. If you guys like homebrew, some table talks, some mini campaigns, why don't you go on Jump in the Hole and throw me a follow. See you there.
Hi, my name is Sprinkles. I'm from Spooky Sprinkles, and I paint cute and spooky paintings and patches. And so, if you want to come watch a really wholesome art stream, come hang out with me.
Hi, I'm the Lich. I like short and hot live-action gameplays. Think you can survive the dungeon and earn the shirt? Come by on Tuesdays. Or if you dig mutant apocalypses, hit the road with Agent Spooky's Apocalypse Roadshow on Saturday.
And we are hero approved.
about 80.
We know
Oh,
how
I'm
what?
just randomly pressing buttons, so I don't know what's happening with our stream now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine. It landed in my lap. We're good. I now have wet legs. Alright, so we are back. And we are in the next morning.
Tal 21.
Tal 21. Thank you, Speedy. We are happy to be back. Tal 21, you guys just got done with a drinking contest in which Hakkinen
Cheated.
managed to win because his dice loved him.
No one outdrinks Mirren.
I call hacks, but you know, that's just me.
Mirren will remember this.
That's right.
It's that, you know, inner fire that, you know, just burns off all the alcohol.
When someone becomes the werewolf god, somebody's getting cursed. You just made the list.
You're on my list, buddy.
So what did that mean? A natural buddy pal. That would be weird.
Oh man.
What's your man
A
friend?
dragonborn cursed buddy.
No.
No, he wouldn't get it.
He'd be cursed with the anti-berry. He'd get drunk off of just the odors.
Yep.
Alright, so
Hurry to get drunk off oxygen.
morning rolls around. You all are in slightly different states of waking, and there is a very familiar odor in the air as you smell breads being cooked.
Fresh
Fresh
bread.
bread.
Mm.
Oh.
Now I
And
kind of want
there's
to
a slight
bake.
hint of cinnamon in the air as well.
Cinnabread.
Cinnamon rolls.
Thank you very much for the roars.
Thank you for the area code in RARS.
I know, right?
Eating the last couple bites of El Potro, because if I, open my window, I'm going to finish my leftovers.
There you go.
You know, you might as well.
So what would you guys like to do now that morning has rolled around?
I've already taken my bath and I've gone back downstairs, and I want to see, I've been thinking about when I'm going to be stuck with Ori for a while training, maybe I don't know, what it would involve in have them training me a pet wolf to keep me company, since I'm going to be, alone for all frickin' eternity.
Roar times 3.
What happens when the wolf dies?
You'll know.
She's gonna have an entire
The
wing.
continent will know.
She'll have an entire wing dedicated to taxidermy wolves.
Oh. It's not a bad idea. And this is where I keep my drawers.
You become the eternal protector of magic, and I'll give you an eternal living wolf.
I'm okay with this.
So Ilfikir's made her way downstairs with a little bit of a black cloud over her head.
Breakfast.
Yep.
Yes.
So you all make your way down.
Going down for breakfast.
Alright.
Hey, good morning, cheater.
I did not cheat.
And then you hear from coming down the stairs behind you guys. He cheated. How did he cheat?
He beat me.
Oh.
He's just being a sore loser.
Magic burst is on the table.
That's 2 of them.
Oh, well, that's fine. Breakfast on us. That was an absolutely wonderful evening.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
And now that it's morning, might we have the pleasure of your names?
As long as we get the pleasure of yours.
I am Ilfikir Atlycine At Melandris, resident of Falwyn and first priestess of Murin.
That's a mouthful.
This is Mary.
It's my
Are you
specialty.
some sort of royalty, or did your family just happen to have a penchant for gnomes?
No, it is.
Neither.
We are minor nobility.
Ah,
And I
that would
serve
explain it.
Murin. He's an almost god.
The only elf I knew that had the name that long was a pompous noble, so...
Which pompous noble? I probably have rubbed elbows with them.
Let me ask you this: do you know if that pompous noble's ever seen a half-orc's butt?
No, I can't say I've heard that story.
Okay.
Though I would love to have been there.
It was amusing.
Oh, you
I was not there, but I heard that he flaunted his derriere at one of the higher
It was amazing.
families and made one of them lose their lunch.
Let's just skip over the fact that, half of them died, like,
What?
2 days later.
The true royalty here is Vistra. She's the Thane of Cold. Well,
Thanos.
Cold.
Yes.
Jordan City
She's
needs.
looking for a suit
I'm
too.
very well aware of cold. You're the Thanos?
It recently burned, didn't you know?
Yes.
We heard nothing about the change in the family.
It was this month.
What do you mean change in the family?
That old geezer's been running it for like ever.
Now this new geezer's
Well-
running it forever.
Excuse you. Well, it's a bit of a long story.
Well, we've got long lives. Stop talking, Liam.
Fair, that's fair. Well, you see, my traveling companions and I were in Ironhaven. And while
As you say Ironhaven and he looks up like that, you notice it's not one of those I recall, it's one of those
and
Oh yeah, the Trader City.
Mirren,
Where were they? They were all
Just
gone.
because we got kidnapped.
In the middle of a town.
can I tell my story, please?
I don't know.
I cast silence on Urine.
No, you don't.
Have a biscuit.
The tail starts going.
Nope, that doesn't happen
The
anymore.
curse is gone.
Aw.
So,
Somebody curse him again.
brain.
Technically, wasn't it a gift for
Anyways,
Ari?
we were in
No.
Ironhaven.
It was a gift for the rest of
And
us.
I was reunited with a childhood friend. His name is Roland. He is the son of the captain of the guard, right?
Oh, okay.
And
He's no longer in this realm. Where's Cleta?
The Shadow Realm.
can I tell my story?
I wasn't gonna say that out loud. to
Breakfast
Patrick.
is
I was saying it
good.
to Patrick.
And while we were there, there was a
Oh, it's fine. It just got stuck. I had mine. I had my brother one.
call to attempt to play with these ancient instruments that were in the vaults of Ironhaven, because as we were going to Ironhaven, that's when Mirren mooned the caravan of elves, and a rift in time and space opened up and destroyed half of their caravan.
It was not because of me mooning them.
No.
That would be a fantastic ability.
That would be.
I'm gonna moon you into oblivion.
I feel like that's something that's
Your
called
city is mine, or else I'll moon you.
Oh no, not
We
the
call
moon.
it the Jericho effect.
We call it the mirror effect.
Ancient instruments?
Yes, and I will take out the ocarina.
Hey, operate
Yeah.
on
Oh. Oh.
I got cool stuff
Well,
too.
Yes, you are the rightful heir of Colt. I did not know that you were. Oh.
Say
Well,
lovely. Say lovely.
that's going to, that's going to make a lot of people angry.
Oh?
Let them be angry.
Well,
Who would be
what else
angry
can I
and
do?
why?
Angry
Well,
boy.
think about it. You're the Thanos of Cold because your bloodline is attached to that instrument.
So I've been
All of the dwarves know this. All of them were wondering who was of the bloodline, because the bloodline has been lost in all of the annals of history.
Ah.
So you've got power, you've got prestige, you've got an entire freaking mine of your own. You're not the only dwarf who was looking for that.
Fair.
Well, that's why we offered the drinks on behalf of Called last night.
Yeah, but people talk out their arse all the time.
I just fart out mine.
Yes, that's the talking I'm talking about.
Are you going to
Dog
mention
farts.
the fact of why you are not currently in your city, Mr.?
Oh, you mean
She's
because
the Thanos. Does she have a reason? Does she need a reason? It's her city. She can do with it what she wants.
we were out looking for this.
You got a toy.
It's sharp and it hurt.
You know, for
He pulls out a little dagger. Yeah, she's sharp and it hurts too.
Not the way mine works.
No, those are special.
Well, judging by the look of him, there's something very special.
He's already died.
He's our
once.
special boy.
I can get specialer.
Not
Probably
right
not.
now. Not at breakfast.
We'd like to keep this talent up.
I want, as they're talking, I would like to
Bankai.
go out and see what I. Yes!
No.
If I can find any information or get some direction on who to go speak to about getting a pet wolf.
Do you just leave me breakfast on, or?
I'm gonna go have a look around.
I'll go
Yeah.
with you.
You're in the middle of bragging or trying
Do I
to.
see
They don't
the
care,
gnome I
nobody
was
cares.
talking to last night?
No.
I'll come with you.
Pity doesn't look good on you. It singes
Nobody
you
around
far.
here does
Though
right
you
now.
do
So.
you do recognize the gear similar to the man who escorted you, or the gnome that escorted you in. Similar gear.
Okay.
And I will tell Murin what my thought was. I'm gonna see if maybe I can find a pet wolf to have with me when I go to train with Ari.
Okay.
And then see if maybe there's a way magically to prolong its life so I won't be alone for all eternity.
Well, if you can't resort to magic, if I get there fast enough, maybe I'll do something.
I'd appreciate it. Or at least come visit once in a while.
Why not?
What are you, my husband? Show up!
Honestly, I'm pretty sure most of us would come visit you.
Much
They left,
appreciated. Yeah, we left.
Anything
We're not
else
supposed
out
to
of you,
avoid each
Vista?
other till we're married. That's what I've heard. That's how it works.
Anything else, Vista? Toronto, Navarro?
Who's that bad?
I want to talk to one of the gnomes about where Winnie might be.
That's been here the entire time. Those are the bad ones. Let's see if
You're gonna go look for Winnie?
Yep, I want to look
Yep.
for Winnie.
So shortly after Ilfikir and Miran wander off, Navarra gets up and wanders off, leaving Vistra.
It's a bad one, isn't it?
I'm gonna nudge Hawkinen.
So now we have two eggs we have to throw.
I'm throwing those
Shall
away.
we leave Thanos to her company and go take a look around? I'd like to go see if we can find that the tree is supposedly of correct
Sure, I
size
will-
for our needs.
Sure, I will help you with that.
I watched him bite down.
So Hawkinen and Tirana are gonna go tree hunt for
Hawkinen
trees.
Hakan and Karana are going to. You're just going to go looking for a tree?
Yes.
We got 2
Okay.
bags of yesterday's chips.
So that leaves Vistra and Vistra. You are in the tavern or the inn with
Axel, I'll do my best. I promise.
with the dwarf, who has given you his name as Leg.
As what?
Leg.
Leg?
He's got a leg up
L-A-I-G.
on the situation.
He's a leggy.
Huh?
L-A-I-G. Leg.
Oh no! So he's kind of like jilted because he's experiencing leg.
He's slowed.
He's Lee.
Leg.
Lee.
That's L-E-I-G-H.
I will.
He's late. I like
I would ask, what are the gnomes that we passed? Where would I find the wolf trainers?
Oh, them. You'll find them just down the way, near the other side of the other side of the town. Big place. Lots of wolves. Can't miss it. Lots of noise. You can smell it.
Thank you very kindly.
It's on the. If you guys came in that way, it would be the southwest side of town.
Many thanks. And I
only need one.
I will continue on my way. And do we find it relatively in short order?
Well, I'm kind of going around the table a little
Oh,
bit.
sorry.
Navarra,
Yes.
what are you up to?
I'm gonna go up to the, because you said one of the gnomes had armor
I'm
or
saying
whatever.
you recognized Winnie's armor as similar to the one that escorted you to the inn.
Okay. Do I see that gnome?
No.
Okay. I want to go up to, what's her name? Barkeep. Is she there? I can't remember.
You said you left.
You did.
I did. Honestly, I'm gonna walk around until I see somebody that has the same armor.
Okay. So you start wandering around town.
Yep, because I mean, we got here. We
From
didn't
the
really
north, you
explore,
guys entered
so.
from roughly the north side of town.
So I'm gonna wander around town until I see somebody and just kind of sightsee at the town.
There's lots of people wandering around, lots of people in shops, lots of things going on.
Ones that have that same armor.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to walk up to one that has the same armor.
So far you haven't seen any.
Then I'm gonna keep wandering.
Karana and Hakadin, how are you going to go about finding a tree?
Ask where the biggest tree in this area is.
Who are you going to ask?
Ask a small kid. Don't know.
Airboy, actually.
Let them come up with their ideas.
Biggest tree.
Okay, yes, but knowing him and how he plays like every small kid ever except for Garnet.
If he's like Daniel, just walk through the door.
She doesn't know Daniel. She doesn't understand that pain.
Fair.
Daniel was so fun to play.
Oh god, he was so annoying.
You did that a little too well, love.
I'll approach someone who looks woodsy. Like the guy that she was talking to last night, someone of his ilk.
A
So you're going to
expert.
wander around looking for someone in that armor and gear?
Yes.
Okay. You don't see anybody at the moment dressed like that.
If I might suggest, we should probably go to the ones who train the wolves, being that, wolves are usually found out in the woods. We might have come across something that we could use. Possibly a landmark.
Alright, so Hakadin suggests going to where the wolf trainers are.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Axel says woodsy like a wood elf.
So you and Hakadin are directed to the southwest side of town, to where the wolves are being trained.
As you look for somebody woodsy, you see a Loxley.
Right? Vistra,
Yes.
you've been having some small talk with your dwarf friend.
Yep.
Anything else you would like to do?
I would like to inquire about the dwarven city to the north.
Darkwell, that's where I hail from. I'm not sure if we're older than Ironhaven. Kinda hard to say. But it used to be a volcanic area there. The volcanoes are all but dormant. We've been mining there for generations beyond mine. And, well, sometimes it's just nice to get out of there. Well, at least for me. I kind of do like being out here in the woods sometimes. It's a great vacation.
I believe my companions and I do intend on visiting there after we are done with finding any information here.
Wonderful. You'll probably be received well. You are Athanas.
How come when people call you that, you don't treat them with disgust whenever I say finish? You're like,
Because I know that with you, it is almost always a butt joke.
Well, it is a butt joke here, Thanos.
And you're the but never mind.
Thank you for the butts.
So, I would like to inquire more about how he said that there were going to be a lot of people upset.
Oh, it's just a simple thing. You have power. You have prestige. You have an entire mind to your name.
You're single.
You have so many of these dwarves out here who like to be more than what they are.
Thank you for the butts.
Thank you for the butts. So
I will see your butts and give 5 butts.
I mean, it's just a simple thing that they're going to be jealous, and I'm happy because, well, the seat has been taken.
I suppose.
The bloodline has been found.
It's like.
So, is there anything I should be concerned of? Like, should I be?
assassins.
Double butt men.
Is there anything I should be concerned of? Should I be...
You're in charge of an entire mine. You should be concerned with that.
That's a fair point. Wouldn't want to, mine too deep.
Mind your business.
Mine too deep, make sure you have your trade routes. I mean, I don't get into all the details, but, you know, you got an entire city, an entire mine to worry about.
Man, if only there's somebody to help you with that part.
You're not there.
I'm not there. I don't
You're
care.
not there. I will muzzle you.
No!
That was. Please don't.
I felt that look in my soul.
That brings us back to Ilfikir and Mirin. After short order, you make your way to the other side of the town, and it is indeed a very large area. You see that this area is split up into smaller districts. There's an area that you guys immediately get to where it looks like people are learning how to ride on the wolves. You see another area shortly off to the side from there where people are learning how to do mounted combat. There's another area that looks like kennels. And then it goes further back where you see people milling about in a very large building.
What do you think? Should we head towards the building or look for the kennel master?
If you're looking for a pet, kennels are probably where you want to start.
Well, let's go see if we can go towards the kennels and see if we can find a kennel master.
Sure.
You guys make your way. As you guys make your way, you're allowed on the grounds just fine. Nobody really stops you. They watch. There are marked paths.
Okay, I'm very much trying to like stay out of the way.
There are signs in a language you don't recognize, but the imagery on it is hard to ignore. You know, do not enter is easy to see in any language.
Gotcha. Don't put your hand here.
Right. Don't feed the crocodilators, that type of thing. And as you make your way around the grounds, you eventually do get yourselves to the kennels, and you see that this is a very large kennel. By your count, there's easily 80 kennels. Half of them are empty. Of the ones that are full, most of them, the gates are open, and the wolves are just laying there.
Okay. Do I see...
There are a few of them that are closed, and you can see that there are handlers nearby. Maybe 4 or 5 handlers to the remainder of the ones that are inside the closed kennels.
Okay, do I see someone who looks like they might be a bit more in charge or a handler that's outside the kennels?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I'll just find the nearest person.
Mm-hmm.
A gnome.
Yep.
Hey. Hello.
What can I do?
Where would one inquire? Do you train for pet ownership, or is it just for battle and mounting?
These are all used for work.
Do you have any idea on pet ownership?
It's not something we normally take to. Is these creatures, we try and treat them much like part of our community. Pets.
Well, pet
It
might...
has such a ring to it.
Companion.
It might not be quite the right word.
That's
I'm
wrong.
about to go on a pilgrimage, and part of it I will have to be on my own, and I am looking for a companion that could potentially help me in battle as well if I'm set upon.
I've never heard of one of ours being handed off like that. Can't say it won't happen, but I don't have the authority. Head off to the main building. We have all of the registration, the puppery there, all of it.
Puppery? Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
let's go see the puppery.
I'm really excited to go to the puppery.
Oh.
I'm walking really fast.
He said puppery.
I did say puppery. You
They probably
pop
smell
it
it
in, and Karana, as you guys reach,
Oh, deep breath.
yep, as you guys reach the outside of the training area, it is very hard to mistake Ilfikir and, yes, the smelly stuff. It's very hard to mistake Ilfikir and Mirin moving with great haste toward a large building on the back side of the land. And yes, Mirren's tail seems to be going a mile a minute.
He's so excited. Aww.
Oh my.
Nice crack.
I'm not sure I want to know.
Alright, we make our way. Sorry. I'm
Karan
switching.
and Pakadin, what are you two doing now that you're at the outskirts of this training area?
Finding someone who looks like they're in charge.
You see to one side a group that's learning how to ride. You see another side of a group that's learning how to combat on it. You see the kennels off to the side and a large building on the back of the property.
We should probably look for the ones who go out and do the live trapping, so to speak.
That'd be the combat.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys,
over there.
as well, make your way through the walkways that have the very obvious signs of do not do anything that can get you killed. We don't take responsibility for it.
For any injury.
As you make your way around, there is a spot for you guys to stand and watch the training. Probably about 10 minutes of you guys watching. Eventually a gnome walks up to you. And what can I do for you?
We are wondering if someone can show us the largest tree around this area.
Not any one of the scouts can do that.
We would like to ask for their assistance then.
You'll have to go outside the walls. They've got a ranger house out there. You can talk to them and see about getting an escort.
Thank you.
You wouldn't happen to have anything to do with those two? As he turns around and points, and you can see Ilfakir and Mirren going through the main doors of the big building.
Yes, they are our companions.
They're taking a moment. It looks like they're going, oh yeah, either they're going to talk to the headmaster or they're going to go see the puppies, one of the two.
I'm sure either option would be a delight for them.
But yes, if you head out the south gates, the ranger station isn't much more than a quarter mile away.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And head that way.
Aurora, roll me a D8.
8.
In your wanderings, you make your way eventually and find yourself nearing the southern gates of this town. And while this place doesn't seem to have a very strong military type presence, you have noticed city guards, as it were. None of them dressed like the ones that escorted you in. And over by the gate, you see a couple of them that are just sitting around a table playing cards. You see, as you've wandered about, you've seen various gnomes running about doing their business, but you haven't seen any wolves or any of the people dressed as you've been looking for.
Okay. I want to walk up to the guards. Like, hello, I am looking for a man named Winnie. And I'm gonna describe the armor he was wearing. He's dressed similar to one of the gnomes that escorted my friends and I into the city. Do you know where I can find him?
Where the rangers are. You want to talk to the rangers? Head on out the gate, about a quarter mile. You'll get to the ranger station. They'll probably know where he is. I'm not even sure which one's Vinny. They all look the same to me.
Thank you. And I'm gonna start heading that way.
This truck.
Yep. If there really isn't any more information to get from this.
Is there any information you want?
Carefully, don't break the yarn.
No, I know. I'm just trying to, because there's some spots where especially an inch of the small bits of yarn.
Because it's so loose. I'm actually going to see if he's heard any rumors of a group
group trying to potentially resurrect dragons? Or
I haven't heard of dragons in free. Heck, those were before my time. I mean, there was supposed to be a dragon that lived in our mountain, but when we finally found the lair, it was empty.
I see.
All we could find was droppings. You know how annoying that is? Trying to clean out an area with dragon droppings everywhere.
Yeah.
Did you know some dragons they regurgitate like owls do? That is one of the most disgusting things you will ever find.
Yes, that would be quite.
Though we did find some old scales. We kind of got them. We kind of have an idea on how to use them, but the scales being so old, they were brittle, hard to work with. But a group trying to resurrect dragons doesn't sound very familiar to me.
What color were the scales by chance?
They were. I mean, they were kind of multicolored. I'm assuming it's because of how old they were. They were gray, they were green, they were black.
Does that sound like it could be my dragon friend?
It's hard to say.
Gotcha.
Without seeing them for real, it's hard to say.
And are they they're in Darkwell then?
Oh heck no, they're destroyed. We were trying to work with them, but they were brittle and fell apart. We have an idea of what we're doing, but because they kept falling apart, we couldn't do anything proper.
I see. Oh, actually, I do have a question. Or no, wait. I thought, was that being taken care of by Ilfkir?
What?
Mithril.
I had sent away with a request, but we hadn't heard back yet.
Okay.
I never got my obsidian.
That you know of.
Do you know anything about Mithril?
It's a myth.
Mithril, we don't get to work with it much. The elves tend to have a monopoly on that one.
I see. Okay.
Those damn elves. I mean, crew experts.
Danielle's.
That is what I had previously heard. I just wish to confirm that.
I mean, I hate to put it in these terms, but our fingers just aren't made for that kind of delicate work.
I understand that. I make jewelry, and some days it's a little bit harder working with the more delicate pieces.
Feels like you're working with your toes rather than your fingers.
Some days.
Yes, really. I fell asleep.
Wake up.
Is it quite late?
Hey, go. Listen.
I think that's about.
Starting to get longer.
Shortly after you wrap up that conversation, from outside in, the other hill dwarf shows up.
We have advantage.
Yep.
Nice.
Thank you for the bribery.
From Jarity.
Is it Jarity or Jarody?
Jarity, isn't it?
I believe it's Jarity.
Jarity the Jarity.
Are we putting the emphasis on the right syllable?
I don't know, because last night everyone was saying Father Jarody, and I was like,
So
oh, I wonder.
I noticed that Lich was saying.
It's the first one.
I already forgot.
Father Jarody. Okay, perfect.
As
So we
the
were right.
We were right.
as the hill
We also
dwarf
felt
comes
that
in,
was
he comes in, stops just a couple of feet away from you. Oh, Finnis, I'm Weston. I actually originally come from Cult.
Oh, it is nice to meet you.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great.
Oh, yes.
Officially.
Yes, officially. I'm not sure. How do you act around royalty? Would you like me to bow, kneel?
No, please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yes.
not there.
I have a weird suspicion I need to yell the word yes.
His ear starts twitching.
Right?
Alright, we don't have that emote anymore.
Nope.
Forgot about that.
Are you having fun playing with my round?
Ow.
Just stab yourself
Well,
with your pen.
Yes.
Interesting.
I wanted to. Well, you're here so you can hear it too because you're like my. What are you, my boss, my ruler? I don't. What? How?
Don't worry about it right now.
I'm
What
confused.
is it?
This is strange. Well, anywho, I was out looking for well, for what you were asking me to look for. And last night, after we were drinking, I managed to kind of sober up a little bit faster than I thought I would. It was strange. But anyhow, I saw rocks fall from the sky, so I went to go check on them.
Oh shoot! We're not there.
Okay.
And there was no rock where it fell.
Was there?
That's what he and I are doing. We're traveling around trying to find sky rocks, and because we heard that you can make some amazing.
Was there a crater?
Oh yes, very large crater.
Have you run into what have you found when finding these craters?
Almost all of them. There's some sort of sky stone in there. I mean, usually they're small. And he reaches into his pouch and he pulls out a meteorite that is just a touch bigger than a D20. Usually it's something small like this, but there's been a few recently where we've seen what look to be large stones that have fallen, and when we get to the craters, they're empty.
The craters are empty.
Yeah, there's nothing in the crater.
Bum bum bum.
You're not there.
My companions and I have run into. We've made the connection between the craters and the creatures, right?
Do you believe you have?
My companions and I have run into some very
dangerous, annoying,
odd creatures that at first we thought they were a gnome creation because they were almost like constructs or like metal constructs.
I've not seen a metal construct.
The first time we saw them, and they had this like glowing light coming from their core, and after getting to the point where they would be defeated, they blow up.
Forgive me this, even you being Athanas, but that sounds like a very wild tale.
I understand it sounds crazy.
But we have not run into anything like that. I mean, there's only been 3 that we've come across that were empty like that. You're having a think.
Where was the first place you? What made you decide to? Well, never mind. What was the first time? Where was the first time you shush? I'm trying to speak and it's not working.
Do you ever have a dream where and then you see that video of the little kid?
Where was the first time you found a crater that was empty?
Well, we started our journey. You just started. Sit down. We started our journey. Well, I started the journey from Darklight, and I traveled about looking for these sky stones. And I started by traveling through the swamp because, the swamp tends to preserve things. I only found a couple there. It was rather difficult. I didn't know what I was looking for until I found it. But then, very recently, I'd say probably 2 months ago, 3 months ago, right in that area, we started seeing a meteor shower and figured if I chased them, I could gather up those stones and make something of them. I happened to run into this one who had the same mind. Ran into him. He was on the south side of the mountain range, not too far from Pinehurst. And we started chasing down these meteors. The first one we found, it was empty. Wasn't too far north of Walwyn, but it wasn't there, so that was nice. We ran into another one. It was not too far south of here, And we just saw another meteor shower. Apparently, Weston here just saw one last night. That makes the third one in this area, second one in this area, and one down by Holland. Or is it Mondrian now? I can never remember which one's around.
Mahalan.
If I remember right, it is Mondrian right now, right? No? Or is it
I don't remember.
It should be Holland right now.
Hey, is it Holland or Mondrian? I'm just reminding her. She could find the answer.
I believe the first time we ran into these creatures was just outside of Pinehurst.
To the east.
To the east.
To the east of Pinehurst by about, I want to say 8 to 10 days.
Okay. And they rather demolished my party's horses. And traumatized my pony.
Well, I'm glad we haven't run into any of those things.
Just, if you do, just be careful. There seems to be a connection between the meteors and them.
That's good to know.
Okay. I need to think.
Okay.
We'll go to the bathroom.
We will.
That's literally what I was gonna say too.
We will move on to the puppery.
Yeah.
As you guys make your way into the main house that's there, it is a very large. It is almost a palatial mansion in size.
Palatial.
Nice.
And you walk in,
Puppy
and the
play.
first thing you note is what makes it look like a palatial mountain. Good night,
Good night, Steve.
Sikazilla. Thank you for joining us.
Have a good night, Sikazilla.
As you walk in, you realize that what makes this a palatial estate is all an addition. The outside looks uniform. When you get inside, you can tell immediately that the wings were added on afterward.
Gotcha.
Just the way that the architecture is in
We
here.
didn't have enough room for all the puppers.
And you
Can never have too many
immediately start hearing whines, yelps, and yips of puppies coming from the right wing.
I head that way.
And it is closed off. Directly in front of you is what looks to be some sort of reception desk.
I walk up to the desk.
And there is a man sitting there writing down something on paperwork. Looks up.
Hello, I guess I understand my request is going to be a bit unusual. I'm looking for a companion. I'm going to be taking a journey on my own for a bit, and I noticed that your wolves are very well trained, and I've been told they're exquisitely bred. I never know.
Do you sell to outsiders?
Not that I'm aware of. We've never let the wolves outside of our community.
Can you make an exception for royalty?
Which one of you is royalty?
I am traveling with the party of Called. We stayed at the Pinecone last night.
We are with Vistra, the Thanos of Cold.
Fantastic. Who's she?
She's in charge of the dwarven city of Called on the eastern side of this continent.
And if you're asking for them, where is she?
She's handling other business in town.
Wonderful. So is she getting the wolf or are you?
We wanted to get it for
I am,
it'll
but-
take
What
care.
does she matter with this?
I was
Can
hoping.
we restart this conversation? Out of character?
I mean, that's why I'm asking if you can make an exception for a royal party. That's all.
Okay, slightly different. I have no clue.
Do you know who might?
I mean, I would be willing to stay for a while and... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm all ears.
Really?
So, I don't know if we have the ability to sell to outsiders. It's not really in my purview. I just want to let you know that it is written in our bylaws that the wolves are of our community. The chances of you guys leaving with one is very slim, at least from my understanding. I don't want you going in unarmed, as it were.
No, I appreciate that and I respect that. It seemed like a wonderful idea not being alone and having a companion. I wouldn't mind staying and training with them. I would want to do right by your wolves.
And when do you plan on this?
Well, we have another errand we have to run and go procure another artifact, and then I will be coming back this way.
Right, okay. About
Or I
how
could-
long?
A month?
Probably a month.
A month?
Okay. Well,
We just had to throw something out.
okay.
Why not? It's been
What
a
I
month since
can
we did
do,
it the last time.
I will write something up for you. May I have your name?
My full name?
Your full name.
Ilfikir Atlycine Atmalandris of Warwin.
Oh, wonderful. Spell that?
T-H-A-T.
I-L-P-H-A Key.
Did you say key?
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you spell it out for him, he writes it down. And you're requesting that you could potentially get a pup.
Yes, and I would want to stay for a while and work with the trainers here. Like I said, I want to do right by your standards and the wolves and know that I am of proper understanding with how to care for my companion.
And we will happily compensate.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Handsome.
And how does one get a hold of you? If you're going on a trip?
I will give him my sending stone. It's a way to contact our group. Mirren, show him if you'd be so kind. Mirren, go outside and...
Oh, okay. I'll be right back. I'll go outside.
Oh, for the love of God.
You told me to go outside!
Go out with you, grab your bracelet, and use the sending stone to contact the front desk man.
Front desk man?
Come on!
I suppose it's better than Sandra or Amber.
Okay. We are now Shatnering again.
Oh, jeez.
You should turn that to one time a night, I think.
All I wanted was for you to use the damn
Considering
stone.
it's 10,000.
Oh, okay.
You wolf.
I'm only half wolf, half orc, half human.
Those are thirds.
3 halves. I'm 1.5.
3 halves make a whole.
I will go back in the tent and
It's-
smile convincingly as I...
A tent is not what that is. It's palatial.
Building mansion!
It's palatial.
As the tent turns into a palatial estate,
I have had 0 to go on all night.
you see, it talks. This rock made noises in my head. How does that work?
It is magic.
Do you have any concept of magic?
No.
No. I think a companion would be just the thing. For
We'll make sure to write this up.
How?
That's
I was
Wow! That kind of made me hurt. I think you overshadowed.
It's been like 10 years.
oh.
Is it red?
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
is. It's as red as Angie's face earlier when Jimmy
I
was
don't
around.
want to slash my chest.
All right, Father
That was worth
Jaredy.
10,000.
Father Jaredy, you are now the owner of the first injury from Shatnering.
Overshadow.
Yes. We'll see later if you have an imprint.
It's
The
not
hand
quite the
print.
hand of God.
Oh, it's the hand of the house.
All right. So
Someone has to tell Twiz who's been
The
replaced.
hand of Shatner.
he's going to continue writing down the information. I will
No.
I will give this to the headmaster,
Put the water bottle on.
and we'll see what comes of this. Again, I make no promises, but we'll see what we can do.
Shatnering.
And you
I
watch
much
as he
appreciate it.
wraps everything up, ties the stone to the paper, and sets it into a small
How?
basket.
How do you tie a stone to a paper?
No,
Seeing
you
as she
put the-
had it, seeing as she had it
That's
as a
how
piece of
paper.
jewelry,
That's how paper beats rock.
as she had it as a piece of jewelry, small string,
Okay.
and ties it to it. And sets it in a small basket to his right that you see there's two little baskets. One is in, one is out.
So Vistra, how many more sending shards do we have? Because now we need another one.
Why do I feel like I used one?
You've been working on one.
Okay.
Ilfakir lost hers.
I didn't lose it. I gave
You
it
can't-
away. Oh, I can't
You
give
can't
it.
defend yourself.
How did
Right.
she lose it?
In a bet.
In a bet.
Say, are you speaking in your mind or out loud?
Out loud.
Well, I've already been
She
working
got
on
too rested.
one.
Well, we're at the puppery and one of the dogs took it.
I slapped my hand on the back of Miran's neck and cast frostbite.
Ow!
She slaps the back of your neck like she did to herself.
Please let me know what frostbite does.
It's like shocking grass, but it's ice.
Okay.
So do you two hit or do I save?
I will do this. Both of you roll a d20.
It was just as a cantrip. I wasn't trying to hurt so much as just, really, for the love of God, I got a 2.
So yeah, you get your hand on his neck and you start to incant this.
And he's
And
like,
even
no.
with it being a cantrip and how quick it is, he has just this briefest of moment where he goes, "That ain't right," and moves his head. And
And now she's trying to kill me because I told her the truth.
As you move your head, Miran, as you move your head, you feel this burst of cold right behind you.
Why
Nice.
do I, Mira, why do I feel like you deserve that?
I don't deserve anything.
Ain't that the truth?
Anyway, we need a new one. How it was lost is relevant.
You, Naivara, start your way
I'm
out
not
the
trying to
southern
kick
gate.
you, I promise.
Yep.
You are probably about 5 minutes out, and Hakaden and Karana, you guys make your way out the south gate, and you see Naivara walking down a path.
Hey, Naivara.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Ranger station. Why?
Look behind you.
And there are your friends.
Hi. I'm gonna wander over to him.
So the three of you start making your way south toward the ranger station. It's going to be about a quarter mile for you guys to get there. Vistra, you have been sitting here pondering the information that you have just received. What are you going to do? Plus, you were just contacted with the information that we need a new sending stone.
I was say, I guess I'm gonna be making a new sending stone.
Because you had the earring.
Will there be anything else that you'll be doing? As, like I said, you were pondering the information you got.
Not at the moment.
Okay.
I feel like I am missing something huge, but I don't know.
Ilfakir and Miran, what would the two of you like to do?
Besides her trying to kill me.
That was your own doing.
I made a joke, jeez, and you tried to kill me.
I wouldn't have killed you. It just would have frostnipped you a little bit.
Who knows what spell you were casting? Frost of Death?
Sounds like a really bad cereal name.
Frosted.
I hear he's great.
Yes. Tony the Tiger and Scott Pleasant.
I will. Is there any? So there were some people that practiced magics. As we leave, I'm going to inquire from the front desk person, the receptionist man, if there's like a building where the casters get together, or
Well, we have a small.
A Mage's Academy.
We have a small institution, but most of the Scoutcasters that we have around here, they're born into it. It's a family thing.
Maybe it's an
So they learn from their parents.
And I mean, I will explain that, you know, I was born into my magic as well and was looking to compare notes as magic has been on.
Anyone born like you dies very quickly. What I mean here is it's information passed down through lineage.
Ah, the wizards. Booklearners.
Scholars.
Word of mouth, my dear.
Gotcha.
Bards.
I mean, the one institution that we do have, it is a compilation of information that people were willing to give, but forgive me my distrust, but I have a feeling that many families will keep secrets of their own, so what they learn in the schools may not be everything that is learned over here.
Understood. And I'll just get directions for that place and then head that direction.
Okay. Mary?
You might not want to come. I might spell you again.
Grudgingly follow. Well, if somebody's gonna kill me for the second time, I'd rather be you anyway, so.
Aw, you don't mind her murdering you.
Alright.
You can try.
I just had to stop because that's probably one of the most romantic things I've heard all month, and that scares me.
You two
In-game.
You two
In-game.
make your way around. You two make your way around to the institution that was described to you, and it literally looks like one of those little house on the prairie schoolhouses.
I will.
It's just a small building, and when you approach, you see roughly 30 people in the building, and there are.
That's right, Axel.
And there are cauldrons, there are wands, there are books, there's different plants and animals and whatnot all about, and all of the different people are working in groups of 2 or 3. Think first year Hogwarts.
Okay. I will head to the building. Does it look like it's the kind of building like you would go in, or that I have
There's
to knock?
there's no fence around it. It's just this building and
Okay.
small plots of land. I mean, the nearest building is 60 feet away.
Okay. I will enter the building.
As you do, there are 4 people sitting at larger desks. Each of them seems to have 2 or 3 students about them.
Okay.
And as you walk in, it does not seem to interrupt anything.
I would like to just watch for a moment and see if I can pick up on anything that they're.
Roll me an Arcana.
That's a 2.
That's a 2.
Wait, new day, luck point. That's a 13.
As you start,
Arcana 0.
Yeah.
as you start watching what everybody's doing around here,
Charisma based.
as you start watching what everybody's doing around here, there are spells that you recognize, many of the cantrips that you had read about or have used. There are a few that are more advanced, who are casting spells that you would recognize as first tier spells.
Okay.
And you think you saw one person working on a second tier spell, but nothing much more than that.
Okay. I'm gonna wait till it looks like there's a break or lull in a lesson. No.
It is busy, it is hectic, and there doesn't. I mean, everybody's just working on something.
Is there any like adult type person that isn't?
There are 4 desks.
Okay. I will.
It is hectic in here.
I will go up to the nearest desk on the left and just watch. Mirren, I may be here for a while. You don't have to stay.
Well, what else am I gonna do?
Go be a god. Maybe they need help chopping wood, or the rangers need help with the wolves, or we could see if there's a collar for you at the kennelry.
Someone is being feisty.
Someone needs a timeout.
Someone would
She
enjoy a
didn't-
timeout.
She didn't like the timeout too much.
You want to put me in a corner?
Oh no, don't do that.
Not that! Oh no!
As you stand there and you're listening and watching, you can hear that the instructor is what you're feeling this is.
I can get their attention real quick if you want.
No.
It is trying to help them with the basics of understanding the runes and markings of their material. And all of these students seem to be some variant of wizard.
Okay.
They're using classic arcane structure for their spells. Though you are noting that some of them have a different feel about their magic. Something more similar to what Vistra does.
Baby bards.
Some of them feel like they might be more akin to what Hakaden does.
Okay.
Which half?
Good question.
Do any of them look like they're working on healing spells of any nature?
Not at this time.
Okay.
Most of them look like they're working on utilitarian spells.
Okay. I am literally
Prestidigitation, mending, things like that.
Okay. I am literally content to spend the day here and watch and see if there's anything I can pick up, or if there's a lull for even around lunchtime and exchange conversation. So if you want to go to the rest of the group, I'm fine being academic.
They've got a quarter-mile to walk. They're going to be a bit walking.
Gotcha. Then I sit and continue to watch.
Vistra, you're tooling around with your jewelry.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
Roll me your stone cunning.
That would be a 32.
Jeez.
You've done this enough times, it's becoming second nature.
Cool. She's not even thinking about it as she's doing it.
More or
She's
less.
just you're thinking about all the other thoughts you got.
After about 3 or 4 students pass by this desk, eventually the instructor just kind of puts her hand out, turns.
I'm Ilfakir Lysine Melandris. I also practice magic, and
The point.
I wanted to see if there's anything we could learn from each other, or
How do you learn your magic?
I don't. It just happens.
Then there's nothing I can teach you. Everyone here is learned from books. You're one of those ones that should be dead. It comes to you naturally. There's nothing I can teach you. These books will do you no good.
Maybe I could learn.
My dear, I've been at this. How old are you?
137.
Okay, so I can't
She's
say
not.
that much, but how long have you been studying magic books?
I'm 16.
Most of my adult life.
You've been studying magic books.
Well, no. The books, no.
How many spellcasters have you trained?
None.
Okay, I am an instructor here. I have been doing it for 140 years.
Can I learn magic?
I understand.
Depends. You can try.
You got a simple thing I can try?
She grabs a small book, hands it to you. This is what we hand to
Just
all of the
gonna
children
walk out.
who are interested in learning. Can you read anything that's on there?
Is
Roll
it
me
in
an
common?
Roll me an
Arcana? 17. Wait, it might be 18. Yeah, it's 18.
You can't read all of it. Some of it doesn't make sense, but as you do start reading it, they start to make sense to you. There's actual instructions on here of how to use components and words to say
And I'll look
to make
over.
spells happen.
You're already gone.
Yeah, I just walked out.
I was mid-sentence.
I know.
He asked a question, I was in mid-sentence with you. So, let me finish the sentence.
Oh, okay.
You know, she was trying to speak to you, you asked your question, she went, oh. This is what we give to our first years.
Gotcha.
I've been at this for 140 years. There are 3 of the children who come to me who were similar to you. None of them could learn from the books. It was gibberish to them.
What happened to those children?
They're dead.
Are you sure?
They went off into the woods and they never came back.
Huh.
I need to speak with you. They're not dead.
How do you know this?
Because the people who are making them dead came for me as well. There's a secret order that is kidnapping people like myself that are natural born with magic and using them for nefarious reasons.
Well, if you can bring them home, what a wonder. But they have been gone for the better part of 70 years, one of them.
Then I may not be able to do anything, but if I can find a way, would you at least give me their names?
I can look into the rosters, but beyond that, I cannot teach you anything. With it being natural born, you will just grow into it. Those that did last any time without dying.
I appreciate it. If you could get me the names from the roster at your convenience, then...
And Mirren, you find that you can understand the instructions.
Look, you use
We will
things
see,
and words and stuff happens.
for argument's sake,
I understand that.
I'm going to...
Can I try and read what he's pointing out to me?
Hold on 1 second here.
Cute. I love it.
You go to the school to learn magic. I'm like, oh look, I learned magic.
That doesn't make the barbarian any scarier.
The barbarian casts haste on himself.
I am unstoppable.
Alright, we are going to do this. I want to have fun.
Okay.
Can you read us the real question? Yes.
Eldritch Blast.
Barbarian warlock, be careful.
Alright, oh
No,
god,
not the
of
spell
course
slots.
it has to be that.
Rage. Yeah.
So the spell that you're reading, you don't know, you as the character, don't know what this spell is for.
Okay.
As a player,
Sure.
you're reading up on Mage Hand.
I was exactly hoping you were going to say that too.
I randomly rolled for it.
And I show Ilfik here.
The only, that's where it gets kind of confusing is reading the name of it because it's
Okay.
written with a gnomish influence, so it doesn't quite make sense. But you do recognize
What?
that this is some sort of spell that can manipulate objects. Ilfikir, roll me another arcana.
Majihan.
18.
18. You recognize the spell as Mage Hand.
So
From the description. The name of it you can't make out because it's got that gnomish influence
Right.
to the name.
what happened with this part?
That I can't quite make out, but it's something you could use to, and I describe Mage Hand to him. It's a separate hand that can go and do things and get things for you.
Can it smash?
Very
Not
much.
really.
Not
It
really.
can only do up to
Oh,
a limited
okay.
amount of...
If you want a hand that can smash, that would require many, many years of training. There was a wizard from many, many, many eons ago by the name of Bixby.
Bixby. Do I see Bixby on here anywhere?
He has good bagels.
No.
I'm gonna try to say the words that I learned.
Okay. So we're gonna do this. You speak the words, and everybody in the room stops and looks. And as you speak the words, nothing happens.
Oh.
And one of the younger gnomes walks up to you. It's okay, mister. It took me 3 years before I could do that.
Can I have this book? I'll pay you for it.
Okay?
You say you give it to students, right?
Yeah.
Can I just have it?
No, you said you were going to pay for it.
How much?
That is actually a good question.
Abby, how much are wizard books?
Do you know how much? Do you know how to use this spell?
I don't.
Well, maybe I can teach you that.
Maybe you can.
Aww.
The mirror's being
It's
all
like college all over again.
And Orcish. We'll learn the fourth word today.
Slaughter cows.
I like pie.
All right, that's what I thought.
Oxen in my bed.
Many
And
oxen.
If you're really keen on taking that with you, it'll be 75 gold.
I'll pay for it. Consider it a gift, please.
But you came here to learn.
You feel the frost on my hand. And I will give her the 75 gold.
Well, then we can learn the spell together.
Alright, actually, I would like to fight you at some point.
Not in here.
Well, not
please.
here.
And I look at my bracer and I see
PTSD.
I see Aloxis's necklace, and I'm like, I have like flashbacks to that.
Aw. I think it could help me learn how I have to come against someone like you, and I'm not, and you're not there.
There's no one like me.
Well, I know that, idiot, but I mean a barbarian.
Okay, well, maybe
Go
maybe
find
later.
a clearing in the woods and...
I put the book in my bag of holding.
Clearing.
As you guys,
You're not there!
No, you're with me.
we will jump to Corona, Hockaden, and Nivara. You guys eventually find your way to the ranger station. And as you get there, you notice that similar to the place to the training area in town, you didn't see it, so this is the first time you've seen this.
Yeah.
But Corona and Hockaden, similar to the training area, you see that there is a large building with two outdoor areas, one for the wolves and one for training. There are 6 gnomes training outside, and there's quite a bit of noise coming from inside what appears to be some sort of lodge.
Lovely.
What kind of noise?
People talking loudly,
Oh, okay.
like people trying to talk over each other loudly.
Like arguing.
No,
Or just.
they're trying to talk over each other.
So us D&D.
Sometimes.
Gotcha.
She's not wrong though.
No.
Let's go approach the loud lodge.
All right. So who's going to enter first?
Me.
All right. As you open the door, the loud conversation happening in there is exactly what you were expecting. It's probably about 16 gnomes, all of them sitting around at various tables, and they are tossing tales back and forth, talking over each other, bragging, and just being boisterous. As you walk in, roll me a perception.
Perception? 14.
14. You do happen to see Winnie at one of the tables, having a very loud conversation with one of his compatriots.
I'm gonna quietly walk over, try not to interrupt anybody,
Mm-hmm.
and kind of stand behind him and listen for just a moment.
Well, let me see if you're going to stand there. You might as well talk.
Fair point. Hello again. Would you be willing to show us to the largest tree around this area?
Yes, but
But there's always a but.
we're kind of in the middle of waiting on news back about something before we can go out on any tour.
You get upset.
Is it trouble of some sort?
Oh, it is most definitely trouble of some sort. Apparently there was some stone that fell from the sky. Doesn't exist anywhere.
Ah.
And a part of the forest is now acting kind of wonky.
Question.
And
Define kind of wonky.
The crater in which this thing fell, and I'll describe the dimensions of the other one that we had. Any metal bits, singed grass.
well, there was singed grass, but this is huge. It was probably I mean, you could fit probably 6 of us in there. Your one friend that looks like he got bit by a werewolf, you could probably fit 4 of him in there.
Oh.
And as for its wonky, it's hard to explain. I mean, in that area it's well known that there are some of the fake creatures there. I believe there was a dryad who lived there for some time. But the forest seems as though there's a glow all about everything. But not like what she used to give it. I mean, when she used to give it the glow, it was this nice, soft, radiant glow, like almost the sun shining on the dew. But now this glow, it's almost like a strange white blue aura.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be instantly on our faces, oh great.
Crap.
We've run into this before.
Oh, well then maybe you can fix it.
That's what we're probably going to end up doing. Just a moment, we're going to contact the rest of our party, and I'll touch the stone. Hey guys,
What?
we've got more of the exploding things up in the woods up here. The
If I
exploding
bring my
ones?
bracer up between us, can she hear it? No. Okay.
What if she touches the stone?
Would you all mind gathering
Here,
at
here.
the
Can't you hear
ranger
it?
station outside of the town as soon as possible? I think it would be best if we go and check this out.
I've been looking for something to fight.
They found a crater and there's nothing inside it.
That's
and
right.
now the forest
Something about this sounds
glows
familiar.
in white blue.
Crap. Yep.
It's
And then
probably
I'll
not
take
that.
my hand off the stone. The rest of our party will be here shortly. If you wouldn't mind showing us where, we'll see if we can deal with it.
Oh, fantastic. But you won't have to deal with it alone. It's part of our job to keep the forest safe, so
Yeah.
you'll be getting a bunch of us with you.
Yeah,
Alright,
we should tell them
um,
how to fight these things.
if
We've never
these
encountered
are-
them before.
If these are
Show by
what
example. Let's go.
we
I'll
think
find
they
my back.
are, they will explode with great vigor when they are killed.
Well, then we'll just have to keep a distance.
Yes,
Question.
be very careful.
That's
How
all.
close are we to the edge of the forest? In our position at the mage's little house in the prairie.
To the south wall from where you guys are, probably take you 5 minutes to walk over there.
Okay, so if like we're near the woods, I would go into the woods and actually just transform, so we can
Hey,
go
Dr.
way
Leach.
faster.
Hey,
Dr.
Dr.
Leach.
Leach.
Hey, Dr. Lee.
Just in time for us to go find somebody to raid.
I have a suggestion if you haven't chosen. Said I have a suggestion if you haven't chosen.
In just a moment.
Okay.
So we will say that you can get your way out of town, no issue,
Okay.
and find yourself. No. Yeah, you'll be able to transform with no issue.
Okay. And then we're gonna run there.
You're going-
She's on my back.
You're going to werewolf and piggybacker.
Yes.
Okay.
So I want
Yes,
to
I haste you.
Maybe not yet.
I'm
Not yet.
gonna make my way over there with
Okay.
haste.
Roll me one more stone cunning.
20.
20. It is outside of having an actual setting. It is ready to be used,
Okay.
and you start your way out.
Okay.
Okay. So we will pick up next game with everybody meeting at the ranger station and finding out if their fears are true.
before we sign off. I would like to ask Winnie if he can take a look. He and his friends can take a look at the map while we're waiting for our friends to get it.
So that'll help you detail a little bit more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, a big thank you goes out to everybody who joined us today. All the cheers, all the fun, all the comments. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much for being part of our show. Thank you goes out to Syrinscape for the audio that we use. A thank you goes out to Legendcraft for sponsoring us. And for those of you who are capable of doing it, please join us tomorrow for the second half and finale of our Patreon one-shot.
Woohoo!
Dr. Leach, Twisted Drake, Axel, and Misrolled Adventures will be the players and figuring out what the heck is going on with this pyramid thing that they're stuck in. In the meantime, we have a suggestion for the raid.
DOK is streaming, and I figured it'd be nice to go and bop over to them since it's been a while. With mad props to Jen for keeping me alive last night. Totally personal payback on this one.
Alright, so we will be raiding into Defenders of Kobold. When we hop in, I want everybody there to drop a handful of emotes and give DOK love.
All the love.
Yes.
All the loves.
And here we go.
Thanks, guys.
Night.
Bye.
Night.